93 and 95 Division 1 Grand Finals and the 1996 Quick Cup Final. His partner is Andrew Miller, age 30, married, first year with the Southern Footy League. He's umpired 5 years with the AFL. In 1995, he returned to the EDFL, where he umpired Division 1 Grand Final before being recruited to the Southern Football League. So the game's in good hands. Brendan McKenna holds the ball aloft for the bounce of the ball for the 1996 Division 1 Grand Final in the Southern Football League, and there she goes. It's Nickel in ruck. Geddes gets the thump down for Parkdale. Knocked on by Morwood to his brother Shane. Shane gets a quick kick out towards the half-forward flank for Noble Park. Timmy Martin in after it. Played a great game in the second semi, but he can't control the ball before it goes over the line and out of bounds. And he was exciting in that second semi, John.
Yeah, come off the bench, kick 5 goals. I see he's got a start on the ground today. I think you'll find that young Dale Harris is on the boundary, on the interchange today as Morwood comes in for Noble Park. Gets a left foot kick up in the direction of Timmy Martin. Couldn't take the mark. Play on's a call. It's in there, Timmy Martin again. Gets it over towards Matt Hard, but it's intercepted there by Batsloff. Oh, who was that? Nigel Scott for Noble Park went in hard. It's on the half-forward flank. Noble kicking against the breeze in this first quarter, and there's a pack of players. The umpire blows a whistle, Brendan McKenna, and comes in and will ball bounce a ball, and it's halfway between the centre of the ground. It's at centre half forward, halfway between the half forward flank and centre half forward. Brendan McKenna comes in to bounce a ball, Reese in the ruck for Noble Park, but it's knocked out there by Parkdale, picked up there by Batty, I think that was there. A pack of players forms again, and Brendan McKenna will come in and ball the ball up on the point of the diamond.
Plenty of pace too, Shane Batty. I tell you what, when he starts running, you're certainly going to see a bit of fleet of foot. Brendan McKenna again. She goes. Geddes and Nickel. Nickel can't get it to the ground. In after it now, Mick Owen for Parkdale. Slams the ball onto the boot. Big torp up towards the end of the centre square. Coming out to take the mark was Rod Nelson for Noble Park. Rod Nelson started the year up in front of goal. Kicked 28 goals very quickly and then got shifted to the back line. There's his kick up towards the half-forward line, and dropping back to take the mark was Kane Batsloff. Plays on immediately, onto the left foot, in towards the centre. Nigel Scott thumps it away. In after it now is Jensen for Parkdale. Takes it nicely, turns handballs over to Danny Spencer. Spencer gets a hand pass out there looking for, who's that? Look, Dale Cameron is it? Onto the left foot, up towards his teammate down there in Shane McComb. And McComb takes the mark on the centre wing for Parkdale. Plays on immediately. It's Mickey Owen's got it now. Steadying things down in towards Cameron in the centre. Cameron's got plenty of time to have a look where he kicks it. Down towards the half-forward line. No one's there for Parkdale. Big Stewie Nickel comes across. Picks it up out of the mud. Gets it over here towards McGarrigle. McGarrigle has to go back onto his right foot. Handball's back over to Nickel now. Nickel a short one in there looking for Matty Hard. And Hard takes the ball rolling over and will be paid the mark. Matty Hard for Noble Park. Great player for them, up towards his coach Peter Reese. Couldn't take the mark as Cameron over the back of him knocked it over the line and out of bounds on the centre wing. Been only going a few minutes here, no score yet in the grand final.
Ball waiting to be thrown back into play. Steve Arnett will do the ruck work against Batsloff. Batsloff got the knockdown towards his teammate there, but it was smothered by Morwood. The kick was from Baldry, Scott Baldry, and the ball has gone over the line and out of bounds on the centre wing position. Thrown back into play. Steve Arnett and Kane Batsloff will do the ruck duels. Reese is in there for Noble Park as well. Batsloff got the knockdown, but went towards O'Brien. O'Brien was infringed and will take the free kick. Got to come back and kick over his mark. Chris Hale from Noble Park, the Noble Park captain on the mark, as Tony O'Brien comes in. He goes inboard with a short pass in towards a teammate there, and he's found him, and that's Julian Seabrand. Seabrand looking further afield, puts the ball up in the air, down towards centre half forward there. Oh, they're pushing and shoving there. No one can take a clean grab. Nickel on the ground there for Noble Park. On his hands and knees, he's descended upon, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. It's right on the edge of the 50-metre line at the Parkdale end of the ground. Big pack of players in there. Knocked down there by Craig Deckett. Goes towards, who's that, number 17's McComb. He has a left foot snap in towards goal, but just to the left of the post there. And McComb has registered Parkdale's first score of the game. So Shane McComb just got onto the left foot there. He could have propped it up in the air a little bit more, but went through for 1 point. Rod Nelson kicks the ball out there. Goes towards Martin Mendy there for Noble Park, but we see the ball rushed over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Parkdale's into the ground. Ball to be thrown back into play. We'll see Nickel and I think that's Peter Geddes is in there as well. The ball falls short.
It's Dale Cameron's got it now for Parkdale. In under the pack. Nobody can get it out clear. Well, that could be a free kick, no play on, says the umpire. And he's going to ball it up right in that sandy patch there. Virtually at centre half forward for Parkdale. Both sides anxious to get on the scoreboard. With a goal, Parkdale the first score with a behind. Martin Mendy comes out of the pack with the ball, gets it over to Nigel Scott. He takes the mark, plays on immediately in towards the centre, looking over there for Reese, but coming right over the top was Batsloff for Parkdale. Feels a hand pass off to Tony O'Brien. O'Brien over to the running Mick Owen, who decides to take the mark and go back for his kick. Be about 45 metres out from goal. Certainly with a breeze behind him, he's got every chance of booting the first goal of the grand final. Very experienced campaigner Mick Owen comes in. There's the kick. And I think it looks pretty good. That's the first goal of the game, and it's gone to Parkdale. No, it's not. It's a behind.
Had us all fooled, Dale.
I've let the crowd fool me and the players in the goal square.
I thought it went straight through the centre myself.
So two behinds now, Parkdale. Kick-off comes out towards the half-back flank. Reese can't control the ball, and it'll be, in fact, a free kick to Parkdale. Towards centre half forward. Coming through was Shane Morwood. Taken by Hard over to Nickel. Nickel a quick chip looking in there for Reese. Reese is under plenty of pressure but picks it up. There's no one out here for Noble Park. Cameron's in after it for Parkdale. He gets a hand pass looking over there for Batsloff. In hard was Timmy Martin. Taps the ball forward. Jensen comes in for Parkdale. Taken away on that occasion, but was Troy Thornton incidentally. Taken away by Dale Cameron. He gets it over to Spencer. Spencer in towards the forward line. Oh, Noble Park couldn't take the mark. Nickel comes up. He loses it. And it's going to be a ball up on the half-forward line for Parkdale. And I tell you what, they filled the scoreboard too, John. They've got Parkdale up there as kicking a goal. But it's not the case. They're two behinds. Plays no score, and Peter Geddes has the free kick here for Parkdale. Peter Geddes, he'd only be 30 metres out. Angle's not a sharp one. Kicks it high, wanting the wind to bring it back in into the goal square. High flyers there, but it's off hands and through for another behind to Parkdale. They move along now to three behinds. Noble Park yet to score.
Right, we'll see Rod Nelson bring the ball in for Noble Park. I think he'll favour this side of the ground. He's a bit indecisive at the moment, but he gets a lead from Shane Morwood. It's a beautiful kick out past the 50-metre line. A big pack of players there. Lawrenson gets a ball from Parkdale, hand passes it, but intercepted by Adam Robertson, and it's forced over the line and out of bounds. And we're in a very difficult position here, Darryl. We can't see that.
Yes, you can't see around the corner, so I'll take over here for you for a moment. Waiting for the throw in. The half-forward line for Parkdale. Wind seeming to bottle it up in that corner of the ground. There's a throw in. Lawrenson goes over the top for Parkdale. Comes out to Scarter Maglia. Can't get it clear. Finally out to Mendy. Mendy over to Simon Morwood. Morwood on his left foot, bringing the ball back in towards the wing position. Tim Martin taps it forward. McIver in after it. So also there was Adam Parrott for Parkdale, and they bottle it up. And Brendan McKenna says, "I'll ball it up, fellas." Right on the centre wing here. Three behinds to Parkdale. Noble Park yet to score. She goes. Rowdy Arnott in there, tapped away by Cameron. Comes out to Adam Robinson. He's trying to make it rain. He's kicked it a million miles up in the air. Taken there by McIver.
McIver gets a hand pass over to Nigel Scott. Nigel Scott gives it to Matty Hard. He's coming up to the 50-metre line. He runs in towards the goal, but he's offline. We were right behind that one, and that wind playing tricks out there as a young Matty Hard onto his left foot. He drilled it straight at the goal post, but it veered away and registered 1 point. So that takes Noble Park's first score of the game. 1 point, trailing Parkdale 3 points as the ball's brought back into play. Kicked out the direction of Bernie Kluwer there for Noble Park, but it's picked up by Parkdale. Hand pass over there from, now it's a kick from Nigel Scott down towards, that's Walton in there for Parkdale. He can't get hold of it. The ball's on the ground. It's given out to Peter Roos for Noble Park. The coach has a kick over his shoulder. And he's registered, what's happening?
I think it's a free kick.
Bringing it back for a free kick to Stevie Walton. I think he paid a throw in that occasion. So Steve Walton will take the resulting free kick and a half-back line for Parkdale. He'll drive it right down to through the centre of the ground. Big Batsloff's there with Nickel. A bit of holding on there, but no one could get the ball. Simon Morwood's in there for Noble Park. He can't gather the ball. Peter Geddes was in there. He's picked it up, but the ball coming back and a free kick to go to Simon Morwood on the half-back flank. Right on the point of the diamond, the outer side of the ground, that's here at Springvale. And he'll look at directing play up the centre of the ground. He goes in towards Big Arnett and Batsloff, but waiting behind there was Tony O'Brien, and Tony O'Brien takes a well-judged mark. He'd waste no time. Kicks the ball in towards a teammate there, and that's Steve McComb, and McComb has the ball right in the centre of the ground. Sees the lead down towards half-forward from Geddes. Couldn't grab the mark. Plays the ball in front of him there. Simon Morwood there's for Noble Park. He can't pick it up. Big pack of players, and the umpire will come in and ball it up at the centre half-forward position for Parkdale. And we've been playing just on 10.5 minutes into this first quarter. 3 points Parkdale, lead Noble Park 1 point. As the ball comes down by the umpire there, Howard Lawrenson's in there with Nickel. Nickel got the knockdown there, goes out towards Bernie Kalua. He feigns a hand pass. He gets a kick in towards the centre of the ground there. From behind, Tim Martin couldn't take the mark. And the man in front, Adam Parrott, does so for Parkdale. Centre wing position. Outer side of the ground. Sees a lead from up the field there from Mick Allen, but it's over his head and falls into the safe hands of Tony McGarrigle.
McGarrigle has the ball on the half-back flank. Goes in short there to Martin Mendy. Noble trying to work the ball back around the side of the ground. Mendy coming around towards the centre wing, looking for Peter Reese. Under plenty of pressure from Seabrand. Taken on that occasion there by Scott Baldry. He gets it over to Thornton. Thornton with a big kick in towards centre half forward. Nobody can take it. Tapped forward there on that occasion by McComb, but coming out with it was Scarter Maglia for Noble Park. He just kicks the ball along the ground to the outer side of the ground. Stall gift sprinters wanted here. Beautifully picked up by Parkdale. In towards the centre half forward position. Taking it there was Deckett. Deckett swings around, fires at goal, but it's well to the right and will go over the line on the full, and it'll be a Noble Park free kick in the back pocket.
Huge kick, Darryl.
Yes.
Couple of matchups there, Darryl. Julian Seabrand's picked up Peter Reese again.
Yep.
And Adam Parrott's got Timmy Martin from last week, Noble Park star. So there's a couple of interesting matchups today.
Thanks, David. Ball brought back into play from Nelson there, looking for Reese. Nichols over the back, he can't mark it. Geddes in there, kicked off the ground. Scott Baldry's got it, but he's forced over the line and out, and it'll be thrown in on the half-forward flank, or between wing and half-forward flank for Parkdale on this outer side of the ground. 1 behind plays 3 behinds. Been playing about 12 or 13 minutes into this first quarter. It's the throw in. Oh, big thump away by Honest Mendy. O'Brien's got it for Parkdale, gets slung away. Play on, says the umpire. Cameron's in there. Timmy throw, says the umpire. Play on. Timmy Martin from Noble Park, driving the ball down there, looking for McKee. He can't pick it up. Coming through was Arnett. He's got the ball in front of him, paddling it on. Lawrenson picks it up for Parkdale, knocks it back to where McKee picks it up, slams it on the left foot, tries to centre it, but dropping there back to take the mark was Parkdale in defence.
It's David Jensen, Darryl.
David Jensen back there in the back pocket.
Kick down towards the wing position. The big flyers there. Mendy couldn't take it. Lawrenson was there too. It's taken by Chris Hale for Noble Park. Gets it over to rover Matty Hard. Oh, good kick up towards the half-forward line, and I think Daniel McKee's taken a mark about 2 centimetres inside the boundary line.
It was very close, wasn't it?
He wants to go on with it. He's on the half-forward line, kicking right into this breeze. He goes for it's a good kick right into the goal square. Oh, there's a big mark there by
he's paid it too.
Hill. I thought it was... I didn't know whether he held it all that long. What did you think, David?
Yeah, he got his hands to it. I don't think he really had control of it, but umpire paid the decision. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And Nathan Hill for Noble Park, kicking into this strong breeze, will kick from, as they say, Darryl, point-blank range.
The other thing, Howie Lawrenson, who did very well on the back line 2 weeks ago, started up the forward line, and Kane Batsloff, who had a sensational last quarter, has started at centre-half back.
There's plenty of moves afoot in today's game as Nathan Hill slips a goal through for Noble Park.
The Cheltenham Authorised News Agency of 322 Charman Road in Cheltenham is proud to be associated with today's coverage. Call in to 322 Charman Road, Cheltenham for all your stationery and tax-laddo requirements. Cheltenham Authorised News Agency, proudly supporting 88.3 Southern FM.
1-1 plays 3 behinds. Noble Park, that goal kicked there by Nathan Hill, have got the first goal of the grand final. 1-1-7 plays 3 behinds. Valuable one up that end.
Oh yes, Daryl, that's a very handy goal for Noble Park. I mean, Parkdale, it's what, 14, 15 minutes into this first quarter, haven't registered a goal yet, and that was Noble Park will be very happy with that one.
Running for the bounce of the ball, back in the centre. Umpire Miller pounds it into the turf. Favours Geddes, taps it down looking for O'Brien, and there's McIver. Gets a quick hand pass off over to Matt Hard. Hard over there to Chris Hale. He loses it. Back out here towards Reese now in the running McIver. Gathered us in nicely. He screws it back looking over there for Hale. It's over his head, and Stevie Walton comes out and takes the mark for Parkdale. Stevie Walton was, of course, captain of last year's premiership side. Centres the ball. Looking for Seabrand, goes over the back of the pack. Reese takes it on the bounce, lays back and puts a nice little pass in towards Rowdy Arnett. And Steve Arnett has this mark at centre half forward. He plays on now, looking down there for McKee. It's over his head though. It was Jensen over the back, feeds it off to the running O'Brien. He can't take it. Picked up there by Matt Hard. Oh, he couldn't quite get it. Finally gets his boot to it again, screws it back, but screws it too far, and it's through for another behind in Noble Park.
We just had a quick change then. Decker coming off the ground and Dean Edwards coming on for his first run today. So they've brought a smaller, quicker type running player onto the forward line.
Just wondering, we were talking earlier, David, just wondering whether this wind's going to play a bit of havoc with the big guys.
Pretty swirly wind, but you know, it's worth a couple of goals, but the big guys, it's going to be more ground level play today.
As the ball's back in the centre of the ground there, Stuart Nicol gets a kick away towards Simon Morwood, running through the centre of the ground. He gets onto his left foot, brings it across to the wing position. Leading in the race is Chad McIver for Noble Park. Paddles it in front of him, hand passes it. Getting, got a trip there, but goes towards Chris Hale. Chris Hale gets a hand pass over the top. They're on the half-forward line. Coming into attack was Simon Morwood. He was a little bit slow to get rid of the ball there, and it was well tackled there by Adam Parrott. And Adam Parrott matching up on Timmy Martin there, and the ball will be bounced. It's about the half-forward flank there for Noble Park, right in front of the grandstand here at Springvale, and that breeze seems to die down. It picks up again as the ball gets knocked away there, gets down towards Cameron. Cameron can't get rid of it there. It's picked up by Hart. He feeds a beautiful hand pass out to Nigel Scott. Nigel Scott lets fly with a big kick towards goal, and he's put it through from about 40 metres out, and that was a beautiful goal to Nigel Scott, and an equally as good hand pass out of the pack from young Matt Hart. So Noble Park go on to 2-2-14, leading Parkdale 3 points, and we're at the 17.5 minute mark of this first quarter.
Matty Hart's caused a bit of trouble, I think. Playing in the centre, Dale Cameron's given him plenty of latitude, and he's been able to set up a few plays going to the forward line for him at the moment.
Yes, they're playing a little bit loose, and here's an advantage to Noble Park. Too many in the square, and Stuart Nicol will take the free kick. So Stuart Nicol, he's looking for a lead further up the ground. He goes to the outer side of the ground. A big lead there from Steve Arnett, leading in the race for the ball there. Takes a mark in front of Mick Owen. Comes in, wastes no time, down into the forward pocket. Reese is there for Noble Park. Couldn't take the mark. O'Brien spoiled him. Goes towards, that was Kane Batsloff, and he gets a kick out towards the 50-metre line, but again, Arnett's taken the mark. Gets a kick in towards McIver. Couldn't take it. Ball's on the ground. Yes, and I think the crowd gave that free kick, and
good decision there.
Deservedly so, because he was laying over the ball, made no attempt to get rid of it. And he wasted no time. The kick went to Mick Allen, but the umpires brought it back. So we'll see Danny Spencer take the free kick for Parkdale. Right on the 50-metre line, half-back flank there for Parkdale. Drives it along the through the wing position there. Oh, big push out there from Howard Lawrenson. But he's paid the mark to Stuart Nicol.
No, I think Harry made a bit more of that. He got a little bit of a nudge, but he sort of tried to play on it a bit.
Kalua takes a resultant mark and kick and gets it up towards the forward pocket there, but Steve Walton in the last line of defence takes a mark, a very timely mark for Parkdale.
Doing well too, Stevie Walton. In
good reliable backman.
Walton comes in now from the last line of defence for Parkdale. He's looking down there for a teammate, can't find him. That was Edgy Edwards coming across here, and he'll see it over the line out of bounds. Great player in last year's grand final.
He was too. He was a bit stiff then, Darryl, because he got his boot to the ball and went out on the full. This guy with the ball now is Chatty McIver. He's a half forward flanker there. Up towards McKee, got up there, couldn't take the mark. Roving beautifully was Matty Hard. Got a kick inboard towards the full forward position. The ball's on the in the 10-yard square there, but big Kane Batsloff comes out with a looping hand pass over towards Mickey Owen. They're on the half-back line. He comes inboard towards Spencer. Spencer gets the ball. He chips it over the top to Mickey Owen again, who takes the mark and plays on. He gets a hand pass over towards his teammate, number 3 there is Baldry. He gets it further afield, but Mick Owen in there again. He's run about 4 kilometres in the last 30 seconds. I think he's covered a lot of ground. Down towards Bernie Kalua there on the half-back flank for Noble Park. He's going to get a quick kick out towards his teammate and Simon Maud on his own. Can he pick it up? Yes, he does so. He's streaming down the field. He has 1 bounce. He's on the wing. 2 bounces. He's streaming into half forward. In towards Daniel McKee. Oh, took a... Oh, no, it was slips catch. Yeah, he's paid the slips catch. Oh, and there's a bit of a to-do out here in the goal score. I can't see who that is. It's...
They don't like each other much at the moment.
It's Dale Harris. Dale Harris has just come onto the ground.
Dale Harris, and he's pretty pumped up too. And Harry, as he's affectionately known, the emergency umpire.
And Jansen was the other player for Parkdale in that.
Yeah, not too impressed with one another. As the ball comes down here, I think that's Walton with the ball, is it? No, it's number 13 is Mark Wise. He gets a hand pass over. Here's Mick Owen on his own and a half on the wing position. Will the ball bounce up for him? He can't get to it. The ball running away from him, but he'll get there just in time. Good shepherding work there from number 12. That was Seabrand. He gets a kick across, but it goes in the direction of Chad McIver. Takes a mark. Hands it across to Rod Nelson. Nelson from half back in towards the centre of the ground there, and a good mark was taken there by Scott Baldry. He gets a quick hand pass to Lawrenson. Lawrenson further afield to his teammate, couldn't gather the ball. Mendy's in there. Spencer for Parkdale. It's on the wing position. Comes out or spills out to Bernie Kalua. Lawrenson in there too. Ball on the ground. Oh, it's picked up by Kalua. Gets a hand pass to Scarter Maglia. He brings the ball across to the wing position in towards O'Brien, leading in the race for the ball. Gets away beautifully there from Simon Ward. Onto his left foot. In towards centre half forward, Geddes there, or takes a good mark. At centre half forward in front of his opponent there, Dom Scarter-Maglia, and Peter Geddes will try and steady things down here and go for the big long kick. He's right on the 50-metre line. He's directly in front. O'Brien making position for him, but I think you'll find that Geddes will go for this. Very important kick for Parkdale as Geddes comes in, lets it go. He puts it up in the air. I think he's done the right thing. And I think it cleared the pack. Cleared the pack, but it was just
through for 1 point there. They really need a goal at the moment, Parkdale. Can't allow Noble Park now. A couple of goals into the wind, get away.
Waiting for the kick in now. Out towards Reese and Seabrand. Seabrand high with Scarter-Maglia. Nobody could take the mark. Mendy takes it off the pack, tries for a hand pass over to Reese, but the ball beats him over the line and out of bounds. Wind making it difficult for the players in their disposal of the ball. Just makes it a little bit harder all round. Waiting for the throw in. Stewie Nicol, Peter Geddes in ruck. These two former Liston Trophy winners. Geddes wins the tap, down to Seabrand. He tries to force his way through, does so. Gets it over there to Troy Thornton. He kicks it in towards centre half forward. Shane Morwood comes steaming through in defence for Noble Park. He's offloaded by Howard Lawrenson. Play on, says the umpy. O'Brien's got it for Parkdale. Kicks right up in towards the forward line. Plenty of Noble players in defence, and Stuart Nicol puts the hands up and takes the mark. Feeds off over to the running Bernie Kluwer. Switch play to the other side of the ground now, Noble. Looking out there for Martin Mendy. The whistle's gone. Downfield, it'll be a free kick to Martin Mendy on the half-back flank. 2-2-14 plays 4 behinds. Noble Park leading in this first quarter at Springvale. Martin Mendy, who played many, many games here for Springvale, brings the ball in towards the centre, but Parkdale have the opportunity here through, that's Wise, is it? Holding the ball, says the umpire, and it'll be a free kick going Noble Park's way.
Dale Cameron.
It was Dale Cameron.
Trying to break through the tackle.
Robinson now, over towards Matt Hard, takes the mark, plays on immediately. Up towards centre half forward. McIver tries to take the mark. Coming in now is McKee. He can't handle the ball. Tries to tap it on. Can't do so. Seabrand's got it now for Parkdale. Threads his way through. Shepherded by O'Brien. And something's gone on behind play here.
Stevie Walton just
Stevie Walton's done something behind play.
Seabrand's
to Dale Harris.
Kicked the ball down here anyway, and Parkdale have the mark across half forward, and that's David Syme, the full forward, who has it.
He just gave him one to go on with there, just to let him know he was out and playing in a grand final, I think it was there. So I didn't exactly see what happened, but give him a bit of a nudge.
And he's coming off the field, Dale Harris. So plenty of sensations here in this first quarter of the grand final. David Syme lines up for Parkdale. Can they get their first goal? Well into this first quarter, but it's offline. That wins, making it really difficult for the shots on goal at that end of the ground. So Parkdale now move on to 5 behinds, trailing Noble Park 2-2-14.
This could be very costly for Parkdale. Daryl, they're five behinds as the ball's driven along the half-back flank there by Bernie Kalua. He gets a kick up towards Simon Ward. He's got 2 players to contend with here, but he does it beautifully. He pushes the ball in towards Nigel Scott there. Couldn't get it away. It bounces back to Simon Morwood. He kicks it up towards the half-forward line, centre half-forward there. Hale couldn't take the mark for Noble Park. Play on's a call there, picked up by Arnett. He gets a hand pass out to Chad McIver. Chad McIver runs into goal. Oh, sets sail with a beautiful kick, but just offline and through for 1 point. And that really would have hurt Parkdale if they'd have put that through. So that's 2-3-15, Noble Park, leading Parkdale 5 points. I think Noble are just settling down a little bit easier than what Parkdale have, as the ball's brought back here towards number 21 there from the kick out, David Jensen. He's on the wing position, kicks it down towards the half-forward line. Mendy couldn't take the mark, gets it over towards Robertson. He brings it back into the centre of the ground. In there's O'Brien. He's had a heap of kicks this quarter. In this first quarter, I reckon he probably had about 6 or 7 kicks, 3 or 4 marks. As he chips it over the top towards Geddes, takes a mark, goes for a big looping hand pass over towards his teammate there. Gets it down towards Mick Owen on his own. He's at the 50-metre line. He runs in towards the open goal, and you can put that down for 1 goal for Mick Owen. He stood out there on his own. There wasn't a player within 20 metres of him then, Daryl.
You just cannot leave Mick Owen out on his own.
Parkdale's first goal.
He plays that very well, Mick. He just loves getting out there.
Okay, so Noble Park 2-3-15, leading Parkdale 1-5-11, so there's only 4 points in it now. He seems to be on his own a lot though, David, Mickey Owen. He's
a very experienced player. He knows how to find the space, and when their side's got the ball, he finds that space, they can use him, and he'll make you pay.
Covers a bit of territory, doesn't he?
As the bounce up in the centre, knocked down by Geddes, take by Matt Hard of Noble Park. It's down there towards the full forward position. That's Big Kane Batsloff in after it for Parkdale. Finally picks it up. Hand pass over the top there. Coming in was Thornton. He spills it. O'Brien in to help him. McIver's in there for Noble Park. Tries to get it out. Gets it over eventually to Chris Hale. Hale spears it back in. Oh, that's a lost opportunity there for Jensen. Jensen over to Batsloff. Batsloff over to Walton. They're working away across the other side of the ground. Comes out now to McComb. McComb has it for Parkdale. Takes his time. Measures the kick. Out towards the centre wing. Mendy running after it. He's pushed out of the way. The opportunity now for Edwards for Parkdale. Spears it back in looking for O'Brien. But in the way was Shane Morwood. Shane Morwood in towards centre half forward now. Parkdale coming out in defence through Jensen. Over to O'Brien. O'Brien back to Danny Spencer. They're off and running, but he's going to be caught now. He shrugs the tackle. Breaks through the centre wing. Down towards the half forward line for Parkdale. Syme over the back, can't take it. Nicol gets it. Handballs out towards Reese. Reese has it. He handballs now over to Simon Morwood. And Noble Park allowing that ball to go over the line and out on the half back flank.
They went from one side of the ground to the other in about 30 seconds, and they did cover some territory. The ball to be thrown back in here on the half-back flank for Noble Park. Half-forward flank for Parkdale. Geddes in the ruck, but it's the knockout there goes to Stuart Nicol. Nicol gets a big left-foot kick, and I reckon we'll just about mark this one, as the ball is kept in play and is over the line for a throw-in right in front of the commentary position, centre wing position.
Now, any missed kicks that come into the press box, Clokey has to mark them, okay? It's only fair.
Ball thrown back into play. We'll see Lawrenson and nearly got the big knockdown. Lawrenson falls to ground. He's in there on the bottom of the pack, Howard Lawrenson. Umpire Brendan McKenna will come in and ball it up. 2-3-15 plays 1-6-11, and that's a siren to end the first quarter.
So at quarter time, Noble Park 2-3-15, Parkdale 1-5-11. Quarter time in the Southern Footy League Grand Final.
Out in the field, so Johnson may have come on.
No, he was on the first quarter. He was on the first quarter, but he was up in defence, so he's gone up to the forward line.
He's gone down the back line now.
Right.
They've got Johnson up forward.
There's the bounce for the start of the second quarter. Thumped away by Batsloff. Oh, could have nearly been in the back to Parkdale. Play on, says the umpire. Mickey Owen's in after it. Morwood tries to get it out, can't do so. It stacks on the mill. He's got it against Shane Morwood. They're battling hard to get it out. Chris Hale's trying to scoop it out, but the umpire finally says, no, I'm going to have to throw it up, fellas. Umpire Brendan McKenna. And the top umpire for the Southern Football League for a few years now. Pounds the ball into the turf. They go, that was Decker trying to get the ball away. Morwood gets it out for Noble Park. Arnett's in after it. He's under plenty of scrutiny there from Cameron. Finally, it's Adam Parrott picking up the ball for Parkdale. Oh, he's bundled aside by Morwood. Nobody can get it clear. Tapped over there by McComb. Comes out towards Nigel Scott. He runs into Mick Owen. Arnett trying to pick it up. Nobody can do so. And finally, it's forced over the line and out of bounds. It's on the half-forward line.
That's what grand final football's all about, Darryl. A couple of hard bums now. Starting to get into what the game of football's all about in grand finals. So we had a couple of ones there. Shane Morwood coming through and Mickey Owen coming through, really putting the body on the line.
Throw in comes down to the back of the pack there. Once again, Shane Morwood trying to scoop the ball out. Nobody can get it out again, and it'll be another ball up. Lots of intensity in there, plenty of pressure. Not time to do all the fancy things. Let's just get the ball and get it moving as quickly as you possibly can. Umpire Miller bounces the ball. Nickel gets a tap for no one in particular. In fact, playing like a rover on that occasion was Batsloff. He gets a hand pass out, and I tell you what, Matty Hard's limping off the field there for Noble Park too.
I think he might have just rolled his ankle then.
Not a good sign.
Yeah, Dale Harris has taken his spot, so it is a handy little roamer. But, you know, Matty Hard was a key player in that first quarter, so they will miss him.
Ball comes back into play. Nickel in the front position, gets a knockdown, goes to Adam Robertson. He gets a screw kick off the side of the boot in towards Reese. Couldn't take the mark. Butters up beautifully. Gets a kick down towards centre half forward. Very open forward line. McKee at the back there. That big Howard Lawrenson will do the mopping up there for Parkdale. And he just wasn't quite sure where to go there. It gives it over to Walton, and Walton was besieged upon by... he gets himself in a bit of trouble there, Dale Harris. I think he was... he just wanted to let Steve Walton know that he was about, but...
Guess who's back, Steve?
Steve Walton's got the free kick right in the back pocket. Noble Park's into the ground there as he comes in, brings it to the half-back line. Big pack of players there. At the back was Nickel. He taps it towards Adam Robinson. Couldn't quite get the ball away. Goes back to Robinson. Gets a hand pass, but it goes straight up in the air. It goes towards Julian Seabrand. He gets it over towards O'Brien. O'Brien very close to the boundary line. Gets a hand pass, intercepted by Nickel. And the ball spills over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in on the centre wing position, right in front of the commentary box here. And we'll see big Craig Deckett do the ruck work with...
it's going to be Batsloff, I think. Deckett's just running away.
Batsloff and Arnett. Batsloff got the knockdown, but couldn't. Went down towards Batty, actually. Hits it over towards McComb. McComb up towards the half-forward line there, but the ball's knocked further afield towards Baldry. He's caught with the ball there by big Rod Nelson. And Rod Nelson will take the resulting free kick on the half-back flank there for Noble Park.
Baldry tried to get around him, but Nelson got a good tackle on and really brought him to the ground and stopped the ball going deep in their forward line.
He's gone backwards over towards his coach there in Peter Reese. Peter Reese has a bounce. He's at the centre half-back. He changes, switches direction over towards Bernie Clue on the half-back flank, and there you'll see them run around. Over towards McGarrigle. McGarrigle a hand pass to Simon Morwood. Back towards Bernie Clue, who followed his player down. Gets a left foot kick and
run over the line.
He was over the line and out of bounds, and the ball will be brought back to be thrown in on the centre wing position. Or has he kicked it out in the full, has he? No, thrown back in.
See, Noble Park really tried hard to get over that top side, Darryl. The scoring side, they went backwards there to get some space to get it out that top side of the ground.
Ball thrown back into play. It's Deckett and Nickel. Deckett got the knockdown down towards Nigel Scott. Got a bit of shove in the back, but play on's the call. Tackle with the ball there, but O'Brien going crook there. He thought that there was a free kick in there for Parkdale, and I think he might have been right too. I think that the Noble Park player didn't make much of an effort to get rid of that. It's centre wing position there. Reese gets a knockdown. Goes towards number 41 there is Dale Cameron, but he can't get the ball away. It's very scrambly at the moment. A lot of pressure on, and big pack of players forming on the point of the diamond. Half-back flank for Noble Park. Outer side of the ground. And umpire Brendan McKenna just getting the ball off Tony O'Brien. Didn't want to give it up. I think he wanted a free kick, Darryl. Umpire, he was having no part of it.
Maybe he wouldn't be like that.
Ball back in. It was... picked up out the ruck there, but it goes over towards Simon Moore. Gets a hand pass off to Adam Robinson. Has one bounce, two bounces. He's on the half-forward line. Sets sail with a big left-foot kick. It's just offline, and it's out on the full for a result free kick. And I think that's what Peter Reese would be pretty happy with that. A couple of hand pass over the top, then the big left footers down towards the goal.
Matty Hard must recover from that ankle. He's got a little bit of a limp, but he's back on the field, which would be great for Noble Park to have him back out there.
Lawrenson brings the ball back into play. Matty Hard nearly took that mark after just coming on the field, as David said. Finally, it's Parkdale coming out of defence. Batty's got it on the wing now. He'll take one bounce. Has to kick. Kicks in towards centre half forward. Over Scarlett Maglia's head. Taken there by, who's that? That's Johnson, is it? No, it's Troy Thornton, sorry. Thornton's delivered the ball right down towards the forward line, but it's seen over the line and out of bounds in the forward pocket for Parkdale. I have to get a good look at Troy Thornton's head because you cannot see his number.
Yeah, you can't see his number
No
there, Darryl,
number.
and it's not in the...
It's there, but it's so faded that it's absolutely impossible for us to pick up. There's the throw in. Knocked away by Nickel. Baldry tried to chark it, couldn't take it. Ball's under a pack of players again, and it'll be another ball up. In the forward pocket for Parkdale. It's only about 20 metres out from their goal.
6 minutes into this second quarter, Darryl, and neither side have scored.
They trail by 4 points. 15 plays, 11. No one can get a clear tap. Reese is over the ball now, but he can't get it out, and it'll be yet another ball up. Not the prettiest of football in patches at the moment. Neither side allowing the other to get that decisive break. They go again. Thumped backwards there on that occasion by Nickel. McIver's in. McIver. It's not McIver. It's McGarrigle, wasn't it? McIver down there. McIver was in after it. Finally, it comes out to Shane Morwood from that chain of hand passes. Shane Morwood runs through the half-back flank. Delivers the ball down towards the centre wing. Over the head of Matt Hard. Arnett got it. Tried to tap it on. Kicks it off the ground again now, under plenty of pressure. This is Nigel Scott running onto the ball for Noble Park. In towards the forward line, looking
Beautiful
for Nathan
pass.
Hill, and finds him.
You see again, they got out that top side. Noble Park are playing this ground very well. They're getting out the top side, and you get that wind behind them. We saw before when I think it was Robinson coming down there. It's just a bad kick, but the idea of getting the top side of the ground, you got more chances of scoring from there than what we have out in our commentary side of the ground.
And of course, Peter Reese played a lot of football here, David, so he'd be
Him
well
and-
aware
I
of
think him and Martin Mendy would have a bit of a chat about this during the week, and found that that's the best way to score here.
Nathan Hill's kick, I think, has been taken by the breeze and has gone to the right and through for one behind only.
That is very disappointing. That, you know, after a good passage of play, you've got to be able to finish it off. And that's you know, a goal that's really gone begging for him.
It was a beautiful pass too.
2-4-16 Noble Park. Parkdale 1-5-11. 5 points the difference now as we wait for Howie Lawrenson to bring the ball back into play for the two Blues. Coming around this outer side of the ground, he's looking over there for Deckett and finds him. Craig Deckett, a good find for Parkdale this year. He gets it over to Adam Parrott, pulls the ball in with one hand, plays on immediately, goes over to looking for Shane McComb. McComb got further hand pass over to O'Brien. O'Brien now takes a bounce, running around this outer wing, kicking the ball down there. I can't see a thing now, John.
Martin Mendy, but he's pushed over the line and out of bounds. So out of bounds in the half-forward flank there for Parkdale, and the ball will be thrown back in, right in front of the social club area here at Springvale. Nickel will do the ruck with, I think that's Seabrand in there, but over the top will be Deckett.
Deckett coming in there.
Gets a hand pass over, but knocked forward by Peter Reese. Oh, Robertson in there went for the kick, but didn't come off. And a free kick will go to number 51. That's Shane Batty. Wastes no time, plays on, gets it up towards the half-forward flank, and Craig Deckett takes an easy mark on the chest. Centres the ball in towards centre half forward there. Nickel in front, couldn't take the mark. Rove nicely there by Baldry. Baldry gives it over to his teammate there in Mick Owen, I think that was.
That was Edwards.
Edwards. Play on now. I don't know who's having a shot. I think that might be your mate, Darryl, the guy with the number.
Troy Thornton, yes.
Troy Thornton, and he couldn't score, and the ball's kicked out of bounds on the full, and the free kick taken up there by Noble Park full-back. Rod Nelson goes for the short in towards Chris Hale, the skipper, and takes a mark in front of Deckett. Half-back flank. Chris Hale looking for a lead further upfield. Goes for the short in towards Nigel Scott there, and Scott's taken the mark on the half-back flank.
He's got Morwood out here calling for it.
Gets a kick in towards the centre of the ground. Or Nickel on his own. Wasn't a player within 10 yards of him. Onto that familiar left foot. Out towards Steve Arnett at centre half forward. They've gone to the outer side of the ground.
Oh.
Over towards Shane Moore, a hand pass there. He'll have a shot from 50 out. He lines them up. He lets fly with a big kick, but he's going to be offline as well. and goals very difficult to kick down that end, Darryl.
Certainly are. So another behind to Noble Park as they move along to 2-5-17. Parkdale 1-5-11, but goals are very, very hard to kick. Look at that swirling wind take the kick from Lawrenson, but it finds Tony O'Brien. O'Brien in short now, over there towards Dale Cameron, and Dale Cameron takes the mark for Parkdale. He'll go inboard in towards the centre, but a misdirected kick straight onto the chest of Peter Reese. Peter Reese now, and if omens or anything, I tell you what, there's lots of seagulls here and not one bull in sight. So, waiting for Peter Reese now. A lot of it up here. Thanks very much.
Kick.
Look at that kick, a magnificent torp right up in towards the goal square. The key falling back couldn't take the mark. Walton takes it away for Parkdale. Clears it towards that outer half-back flank. Nathan Hill in chase with Dale Cameron. Cameron taps it back, but the umpire says no, it's over and out, and it'll be thrown in right in front of the scoreboard, which shows Noble Park leading by 6 points.
Just shows how strong that wind is. Peter Reese got onto a big barrel there. It's gone a good 70 metres. But those torps are very hard to mark out in the forward line.
Nearly knocked Daniel McKee over.
There's the throw in, and tapped over the back, knocked ahead again by O'Brien, taken by McIver. Borks twists, gets onto his right foot, slams away at goals, and I think that's going to be a good one for Noble Park. It is, judging by the crowd and by the goal umpire, and that's a good goal by McIver, with Noble Park going to a 2-goal advantage.
Today's action is proudly brought to you by Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services. Telephone 97950188 for all your mechanical needs. Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services, proud supporters of 88.3 Southern FM.
So Noble Park moving on now to 3-5-23, leading Parkdale 1-5-11. Ball bounced up back in the centre again, tapped away there by Beckett, but it comes out towards Robinson for Noble Park. He twists around onto his left foot, drives the ball down towards the forward line, but Lawrenson's in the way for Parkdale and takes a good grab.
Martin Mendy's down, holding his head behind play. I didn't quite see what happened.
Thought he might have lost where's contact lens.
Where's contact?
But, I think he might have got a bit of a knock in the head, but he's up and walking around. He might have got a poke in the eye there, but the ball's out of bounds, half-forward flank there for Noble Park. The runner out there for Parkdale having a chat with number 51 is Shane Batty, and just telling him to tighten up a little bit on Robinson as Arnett got the knock down, but it goes down towards the boundary line, and
he's seen over and out as it goes into John's blind spot again. We've both got a blind spot each here, listeners, so when we swap over quickly, that's why. Waiting for the throw in on the half-forward flank for Noble Park. Got away to a 2-goal lead. Oh, that's a big thump away by Batsloff on that occasion. Shane Moore being held. Play on, says the ump. Gets a hand pass along the ground to Reese. Reese delivers the ball in towards the half-forward line. Ball bounces awkwardly, taken by Hard. Not allowed to get his kick. Parkdale defence working overtime. In after it now is Danny Spencer. He brings it round that half-back flank for Parkdale. He's been interfered with after he kicked it. Advantage paid. It's right down towards the half-forward flank with Mickey Owen now. Parkdale getting it in there quickly. Owen has a flying shot up in towards the goal square. Over the back was Martin Mendy with a big fist away, and it's gone through for one behind only to Parkdale.
See, they moved the ball well, that passage of play. They brought it right from the full back line along with one or two hand passes and two big long kick. One long kick there from Mick Owen. It's Rod Nelson to bring the ball back into play. It's 1-6-12. Parkdale trailing Noble Park 3-5-23 as the ball comes out towards the half-back flank here. Chatty McIver for Noble Park. He has a touch on the ground there. Gets a kick down towards the half-forward flank in the direction of Steve Arnett. He has a set on, takes a lovely mark in front of Kane Batsloff there at on the half-forward flank. Wastes no time, turns around, goes in towards Nathan Hill, but it's intercepted there by Parkdale. Gets a hand pass over towards Shane Batty, but he sold him into a bit of trouble. He has a bounce, gets around a couple of players there from Noble Park. Kicks it in towards Mick Owen, and there he is again on his own. Well, should have been a free kick. Yes, it is. The umpire's paid the advantage. Got a bad hand pass and was a bit unlucky there for Mick Owen as Matty Hard mops up. He gets the ball in towards Captain Chris Hale on the left foot, in towards Daniel McKee at full forward there. He's overrun the ball. In there was Timmy Martin, but couldn't get hold of it. It comes out towards Adam Parrott. He's had a bounce, bounced up badly for him. He put his teammate there under a bit of pressure on the half-back flank, Dale Cameron, and it's in towards Mick Owen again, and he's starting to become a bit of a worry there for Noble Park. Mickey Owen roaming around the centre.
Noble Park's going to have to look who's picking him up because they're giving him a lot of latitude.
He's got his kicking towards centre half forward, but in the
look at this.
Scouter Magley. He kicks it in towards the centre towards Simon Moore.
Oh.
He gets a nice kick over towards Peter Reese. Just out-positioned Julian Seabrand on that occasion, and he'll take the kick. He's on the 55 metre. Oh no, he'd be 55, 60 metres out from goal. And
one of Vic ties another big torp again. It looks like it. No.
He stuck it right up in the air. I tell you what, it's a big long kick. It's over the back of the pack. Oh, it just had a bit of a leg break on it, and it's been tapped through or rushed through for a behind a Noble Park. So that's 3-6-24 Noble Park, leading Parkdale 1-6-12, and we're coming up to the 16-minute mark of this second quarter. Big Howard Lawrenson to bring the ball back into play for Parkdale.
Howie Lawrenson, been a good player for them over the years. Big kick. Nichols in there, Arnett up high, in front of Deckett, comes down to Robertson. Deckett takes it now for Parkdale, gets it out towards Seabrand. Seabrand taps it on for the running Shane Batty. He can't quite control it. Grabs it now. He's a good mover, this fella. Chips it over to Owen on his own again. He's been on his own the whole game. One bounce, two bounces. He's going to take on the Noble Park defence. Gets a hand pass over to Johnson. He spills it. Cameron in there. He comes out with it for Parkdale. Twist onto his left foot. Up in towards the goal square. Noble Park working hard through McGarrigle. He's on his hands and knees. Gets up. He's in trouble. Lots of Parkdale players around him. Heads for the boundary line and heads too close because it's over and out on the full.
In that passage there, Noble Park made a quick change. They took Martin off the ground and brought Andrew Sharp onto the ground.
Thank you, David. Waiting now for Batsloff. Have this shot at goal. He's put it right up into the goal square anyway. No one can take the mark. There's the opportunity for Parkdale to force the ball through, which they do for one behind. They move along now to 1-7-13. Trailing Noble Park 3-6-24, and it could be the Parkdale side that's inaccurate in this game.
I was just going to say, Darryl, it's reminiscent of the second semi-final where I think Noble Park were 3-15 at half-time.
I think they 10 behinds before they scored in that match.
Well, it's a bit of an infringement further up the ground, and Julian Seabrand's paid the penalty, and the free kick will go to Peter Reese on the edge of the centre square. He gets a long kick down towards centre half forward. No one could take the mark there. Spills over the back of the pack. McKee overrun the ball. Goes towards O'Brien there for Parkdale. He gets a hand pass up towards his teammate there. McComb has it now for Parkdale. Didn't get rid of it neatly, and the advantage is paid. Goes to Stewie Nicol. He's 45 out. Just goes for a bit of a chip in towards the goal there, but Tony O'Brien got his hand to it. It was offline anyway, and it's through for 1 point to Noble Park. So a wasted opportunity there for Noble Park. They should have done a little bit better with that move. But big Howie Lawrenson to bring the ball back into play now.
Geddes back on the field. There's the kick in towards the pack of players here off Nichols' hands, taken by Shane Morwood. Swings round to his left foot. It's all Noble Park across that half-forward line, and Matty Hard takes a diving mark for the Bulls. 13 plays 25.
He's going to have a shot for this too, I think, Darryl.
Second quarter, and he's certainly taken his time to go back, so he reckons he's a chance.
Still another cockroach out there. I think he says, go for it, son.
Word of encouragement for Peter Reese. Said it's easy, Matt. It's easy, son. Just a big talk. Comes in, gone for the drop punt. The accuracy's all right, not quite the distance. Here's the opportunity for McKee. Oh, he's swamped around the neck, and it could be a free kick. It is.
Goes to Andrew Sharp, I think.
It's not McKee. You're right,
Sharp.
David. Well picked up. Andrew Sharp's got the free kick.
I don't know what Tony O'Brien's complaining about. They nearly ripped his head off.
Well, I hope he likes having a word. So here's the opportunity now for Andrew Sharp. He's just come onto the ground.
Kane Batsloff looks like he's pushed up in the forward line. Geddes come onto the ground, so he may go down the back half. Or Deckett may there, and they're pushing Batsloff up in the forward line.
Sharp's kicked the goal for Noble Park, and they stretch their lead in this grand final.
The Cheltenham Authorised News Agency of 322 Charman Road in Cheltenham is proud to be associated with today's coverage. Call in to 322 Charman Road, Cheltenham for all your stationery and Tats Lotto requirements. Cheltenham Authorised News Agency, proudly supporting 88.3 Southern FM.
Noble Park, 4-7-31. Lead Parkdale, 1-7-13. The bounce of the ball back in the centre, taken by Reese. Can't get his foot to the ball. Chance now for Parkdale to drive the ball forward. This is Deckard out after it. He can't handle it. Does so now. Oh, he's had the ball knocked out of his hands. Good work by Dom Magni on that occasion. Comes out towards Mendy. He's tackled. Gets a quick hand pass to Scott. Scott's gang tackled. Play on, says the umpire. Parkdale working hard through Thornton. He can't get a hand pass out. Edwards is in after it, and the umpire's seen an infringement.
Free kick behind play. Scott
like
Baldry.
It's Scott Baldry there.
One in the back.
Scott Baldry was the player who got that ball out. I think I might have called Thornton. It was Baldry, and he's got the free kick here. In towards centre half forward, little chip pass, and coming out to take the mark is big Kane Batsloff.
May pay results straight away with Batsloff moving up on the 4 line. It's going to be a bit mobile for Nelson. It'll be interesting to see what Noble Park do here, because Batsloff is a pretty mobile player, good overhead.
Gave them a lot of headaches in the last quarter of the second semi too, David. Batsloff comes in. And the kick's gone offline. Still in play. Is it a mark? Yes, it is. It's a mark to Stewie Nicol, yes. Stuart Nicol in that very last line of defence. Comes around that out the grandstand side of the ground there. Oh, over the back was Reese, couldn't take it. Taken by Maglia. He brings the ball in towards McIver on the centre wing. Can't quite get it. He's still playing the ball on ahead of him. Under lots of pressure, but Arnett came in and got it for Noble Park. Looping hand pass over to Kluwer. Kluwer taps it further over to Morwood. Morwood taps it on looking for Nelson. But the Parkdale players have the pace at this stage through Adam Parrott. He feeds a hand pass up over to Danny Spencer. Spencer now down towards the half-forward line. Reese is lurking there for Noble Park. Can't quite take the mark. Opportunity here for Parkdale. Kluwer's in the way. Gets a hand pass out to Morwood. Morwood back over to Reese. Reese now runs around with some good shepherding. Has time to put the right foot into it, looking for McIver down there on the half-forward flank, and finds him.
The 2 number 20s, Darryl, they're on their own.
Chad McIver now for Noble Park. Steams it in towards Nathan Hill at centre half-forward, and the umpire says, yes, you've got the mark, son. Nathan Hill has the ball for Noble Park. He'll be about 50 metres out from goal. In fact, he's about 3 metres inside the 50-metre mark. That's where Harry Lawrence is standing to mark anyway.
We'll see if he's learned something from his earlier shot in the game, where he had a bit of a shot from more closer to us, more the centre half forward position. Now he's got the wind pushing him across. See how much he relies on the wind pushing across here now.
Certainly gone back a long way. He's not going to run into the man on the mark. There's the kick right up in towards the goal square. I think it could have gone over their heads. I think it's a goal. That's a great goal by Nathan Hill, and a very valuable one for Noble Park as they move along now to 5-7-38, leading Parkdale 1-7-13.
Today's action is proudly brought to you by Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services. Telephone 97950188 for all your mechanical needs. Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services, proud supporters of 88.3 Southern FM.
Back in the centre of the ground, and that's a very valuable goal there to Nathan Hill as the umpire comes in and bounces it. Nicol and Geddes. Nicol got the knockout, but punched away there in the direction of Batty. Gets a hand pass over towards Tony O'Brien. He gets a further hand pass in the direction of Mick Owen. Mick Owen's at centre half forward. Goes for a kick out towards the half forward flank into the pocket there. Baldry's leading in the race of the ball. A good tackle there from Bernie Kluwer. He butted up nicely. Got the ball over towards Mendy, but he overrun it. He pushes on towards can't see who that is there for Noble Park, but play on's a call. It goes in towards Adam Robinson there, and he gets a kick off the ground over towards the half-back flank. Tony O'Brien chasing him. Number 51 in there is Shane Batty as well, but he nudged him nicely out there. Oh, he ran into his own man, and he's not having the best of days out there, Shane Batty, at the moment. Tony Morwood's in there, half-forward flank. He scoots it out towards the back.
It's Shane Morwood, not Tony.
Shane Morwood. Tony, it was last year's blokey.
But 12 months late.
There's more Morwoods at Noble Park than you can poke a stick at, but Shane Morwood.
The comical part before, when Batty ran into his own player O'Brien, it looks like he may have to come off the ground.
Yeah, he's hurt.
He's been injured by his own player.
Shane Morwood gets a kick down towards his coach there in Peter Roos, and takes a mark on the chest in front of Julian Seabrand, and there's a bit of...
that's absolutely silly.
He's been a very good player, Peter Roos. He's got a lot of the ball. Seabrand's given him too much latitude, and Roos has really started, especially after 2 weeks ago, had his colours lowered. It's been a good player for him so far.
Peter Roos comes in from the half-back flank, directs it in towards the centre half-forward position. Matty Hard's there for Noble Park, couldn't take the mark. It falls to the ground, goes over towards Spencer for Parkdale, running through the centre with a big kick up towards the half-forward line. In front was McGarrigle. It's knocked towards the front of the pack there. Pack of players there, including McComb, who's on the ground there for Batty and Scott Baldry. And umpire Brendan McKenna will come in and make the bounce. We're 25 minutes, just coming into the time-on period into the second quarter as McKenna bounces the ball down. Big pack of players went for the knockdown, but it's sharked by Bernie Clewer for Noble Park. He kicks it in the direction of Adam Robertson there, and the ball is over the line and out of bounds, right in front of the commentary position here on the wing. And this breeze is picking up. It's very blustery out there at the moment. 5-7-37 Noble Park, leading Parkdale 1-7-13 as the ball's thrown in. Nickel got the knockdown, goes towards Matt Hard. He took one hand pass over towards his captain in Chris Hale. Down towards centre half forward there, big pack of players, but it's knocked out in the direction of Adam Parrott.
And the ball's kicked over the line and out on the full. It'll be a Noble Park free kick on this half-forward flank.
I think not that blind spot, Darryl, it's a beauty.
Yes, it's a ripper, all right, isn't it? Just waiting now for Chris Hale to take this kick for Noble Park, and he will put them deep into attack. They lead at the moment by 24 points. Looking down there for McKee and finds him too. Leads out well and takes the mark. Got plenty of talent, this fella. Exciting footballer, young Daniel McKee. Getting plenty of leads, but taking his time. Puts the ball right up in towards the goal square. It could even float through. That's a magnificent goal.
See what a goal that was,
That is a beauty from that pocket from Daniel McKee. And Noble Park move along now to 6-7-43, leading Parkdale 1-7-13, and they're starting to sneak away a bit.
Yeah, he read the wind very well then. He put it out in front of goal, the wind coming down the middle, grabbed it and turned it nearly in right angles to get that through. He got himself a nice handy lead here. Parkdale really need desperately to get one back before the half-time break.
Ball back in the centre with umpire Brendan McKenna. Stuart Nickel will do the ruck work against Peter Geddes. McGowan in there for Parkdale as well. It's an ordinary bounce. He goes down towards Chad McIver, gets a hand pass there to Steve Arnett. Arnett hands it over to Robertson. Robertson a hand pass to Andrew Sharp, has a shot from 25 out. And what's he done? I think he's put it through for another goal. That was good play there from Noble Park out the centre. The ball bounced a little bit awkwardly out of the centre, and it was knocked down towards Peter Roos, and I think he got it towards Chad McIver. Over to Steve Arnett, onto Andrew Robertson, and then over to Sharp, and Andrew Sharp has put it through for his second goal.
Not much enthusiasm by the Parkdale players out there. Their heads are down. They're playing like losers at the moment. They really are. They need a spark. Geddes, their coach, is in the centre. McGowan, Dale Cameron needs to lift, and so does Tony O'Brien. They need to lift those key players in the centre here. They need desperately to get a goal back.
Noble Park starting to run away now, 7-7-49, Parkdale 1-7-13. Bounce of the ball in the centre again, up they go. Comes down towards Nigel Scott, he can't get out of it, gets it over to Simon Morwood. Finally it's kicked out there by Martin Mendy. And he'll get a free kick for being grabbed too high, I think.
I thought it was down the field, I don't think umpire.
Calling it back.
No, it was a high tackle as he went to kick it, so he's got to take it back. If he was after he kicked it, it goes down the field, but as he kicked it, Tony O'Brien got him too high, so they had to bring it back.
Young Matthew Hard trying to outfox the umpires, but they'll wake up to him as Mindy gets a kick down towards the half-forward line, and Stuart Nickel. Always good tackle there by Peter Geddes, and the resultant free kick. He had him cold there, Peter Geddes, and will take the free kick on the half-back flag.
Those two out there are running nearly as quick as what I do. Hey, they're nearly going up and down the spot, their legs.
He looks like he hurt himself.
Think he'll make a comeback, mate.
Hey.
Comes in, I think he might have hurt himself. He's kicking to the man on the mark there as Stewie Nickel forces the ball over the line and out of bounds, and Peter Geddes has got a lot of work to do at this stage as coach, and he'll be having a bit of a think about what he's going to get in there and say at half-time, I think.
Can't wait to half-time. They've got to get something now before half-time.
Ball thrown back into play. Knockout there in the direction of Reese. He was held when he didn't have the ball. Picked up by Robinson onto the left boot. And the siren goes for half-time.
And the score, Noble Park, 7-7-49. Lead Parkdale, 1-7-13. 7-7-49, 1-7-13. That's the half-time score here at Springvale. And Noble Park doing it well in the first half of this grand final. We'll take a short break and be back to the players. As the siren for the start of the second half of the grand final, umpire Brendan McKenna bounces the ball in the centre of Springvale. Up they go, knocked away there by Batsloff. Well, Deckett it was. A pack of players form immediately, and there will be a ball up, and a little bit of wrestling going on there again. Obviously, both sides very keyed up to give it their last shot here. Last half of football for the year. Premiership at stake. Ball's thrown into the air. Over the back was Deckett. Got a big thump away. Reese comes across for defence for Noble Park, and he's gone down, Peter Reese. Slowly picking himself up as the ball dribbles over the line and out of bounds. And
wasn't too happy with Mick Owen there either.
Reese is having an altercation with Mick Owen.
This is what they don't want to do, Noble Park. They want to concentrate on the ball. Parkdale are trying to get Noble Park in, get their concentration off the game. And at the moment, it's working.
That's Nigel Harris takes the ball off that pack for Noble Park, puts the ball onto the boot, and it's going to bounce over the line and out right on the centre wing. So the ball hasn't got very far into either forward line in the first minute or so of this third quarter. Plenty of niggling going on, as David Cloak just told us. There's the throw in. Stuart Nicol trying to get the tap out, but O'Brien coming across the front of the pack, can't take the ball ahead of him. Stacks on the mill again, and it's going to be yet another ball up.
Good play from Bernie Kahlua then, because he dived on top of the ball.
Yep.
If he hadn't got it away, then Parkdale were away with it. Ball thrown up this time by the umpire. Over the top there was a hand pass out there from Nicol. That further one goes out towards Seabrand. He's claimed there. He can't get his, so he does get his kick away now. It goes down towards Carter Maglia for Noble Park. Half-back, kicks it up towards Steve Arnett. He's played a better game today. He gives it over to Adam Robinson. He turns back onto his left foot. Well, big kick in towards centre-half forward in the direction of Reese. Leading back for the ball, but big Howard Lawrenson comes out in the last, or centre-half back. He gets it over to his teammate there in Spencer. Spencer kicks it down towards number 26 is Edwards. Edwards sets sail for goal, and I think he's put it through. He has. And that's a very badly needed goal, and one that will lift Parkdale, and that's come at the 2-minute mark. 2.5-minute mark of this third quarter, and it was good work from Howard Lawrenson. Roberts had kicked the ball up towards Reese. Lawrenson in the box position took the mark, hand passed over the top to Spencer, and they run away with it.
It's Parkdale's second goal. They move along now to 2-5-17, trailing Noble Park 7-7-49.
Ball back into play with umpire McKinnon. Nicol in the ruck against Deckett. Ball on the ground there. In there was Chris Hale, can't get away with it. And pack of players forms, and the umpire will commence proceedings right in the centre of this Springvale ground. 49 plays 19 at the 3-minute mark of this third quarter. Nicol in the ruck, gets a knockdown, couldn't get the kick away. It's forced out there by Dale Cameron. In there was Nigel Scott for Noble Park. All stacks on the mill, players can't get it out. Probably a pack of 10 or 15 players there. Very scrambly at the moment, and umpire will come and ball it up. Only about 5 metres closer to Parkdale's goal, basically in the centre of the ground. The bounce there, Nicol in the ruck, got the knockdown, went to Scott. Scott up to the half-forward line in the direction of Andrew Sharp. He's leading in the race for the ball on the half-forward flank there. He overruns the ball. Can't get hold of it this time. In there was Parkdale. That's Batty, picked up there by Simon Ward. Over the top there. Oh, in there was Daniel McKeever. I think there's a free kick to go to O'Brien. No, it's not. It's Stevie Walton. He switches direction. He goes across to the outer side of the ground. Gets a kick in towards Mick Owen, leading in the race for the ball. He picks it up. He's always claimed there by Adam Robinson, and the umpire has given a free kick against Mick Owen. He's not too happy about it either, Mick.
Oh, he had plenty of time to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Just too slow.
Robertson with the ball now.
Robinson may be a chance. He's a long kick. I know it's into the wind, but he is a thumping kick of a ball.
If you can just aim for that right-hand goal post and let it swing around, he might be a chance. He's a left footer.
Stewie Nichols dropped himself down there, maybe trying to get a big grab.
That's a big kick, and that's
that
a top
is a big kick.
Beautiful kick from Adam Robertson, and that'll spark the Bulls up. They all run over to give him the high fives, and that was a very handy goal to Noble Park, and beautiful kick, as David Cloak said, that he was a chance to kick it. He was on the left foot. He's a big raking left footer, and he put that straight through the middle.
Great goal to Robertson, and that takes Noble Park on now to 8-7-55. Parkdale 2-5-17, and once again Noble Park getting valuable goals into the wind. They outscored Parkdale in the first quarter. Now they've answered one against the wind. There's the bounce up. Nicol gets the tap out. O'Brien's got it for Parkdale. Nicol holds him and the ball in, and it'll be yet another ball up. Umpires working overtime at the moment. All these ball ups. The turf again. Nicol and Deckett. Deckett gets it away. Scarter Maglia couldn't handle it. Taken by McComb. McComb over to Walton. Walton taps it over to Owen. Owen's tackled immediately. In after it against Parkdale. Taken there by, looks like Johnson, was it? No, it was, sorry, Deckett. Deckett over to O'Brien. O'Brien in towards the full forward position.
Dean Edwards.
And Dean Edwards. Edgy Edwards, as they call him.
Lining up for his second goal in this quarter.
Takes the mark. That was a good goal. Only 2 minutes into the quarter. He has the opportunity now to boot another one for the Seagulls. Desperately need to stay in touch with the balls. There's the kick, and I think that's offline. It is. It's gone to the right. One behind only to Edwards.
That is a bad miss, Darryl. They can't afford to miss those goals from a set shot, 30 metres out. I know it's blustery winds, but you can't afford it now.
Well, they've got to make the most of the breeze in this quarter if they're going to get back into this game. Got to get back closer to Noble Park, who will be coming home with the breeze in the final term. Seabrand not giving Reese an inch here. Reese calls for it. Out here on the outer side of the ground. Over the back was Reese. Couldn't take the mark over that pack of players. Coming in was Parrott. He's tackled by Reese. Ball underneath him, and it's going to be another ball up. Or is it a free kick? No, it's a ball up. Ball up on the half-forward line for Parkdale. We Nicol in ruck with Deckett. They go. Nicol gets it nicely down to Robertson. Robertson runs around this half-back flank. Kicks out towards the half-forward flank now for Noble Park. Coming across is McIver and sliding on his knees. Takes a good chest mark. Chad McIver. Looking down there for McKee, and McKee's found him. McKee leading out. Noble Spearhead's taken the mark. Too far out to score, but he'll put it right up into the teeth of goal. Or is he too far out? He's certainly having a go at it. He's just about made the distance. No, it's off hands. Still in play, is it? No, it's through for a behind. Another behind to Noble Park. They go along now to 8-8, 56. 8-8.
8-8, you knew you were going to say that, Darryl.
8-8, 56 to Parkdale's 2-8, 20.
Big Howard Lawrenson to bring the ball back into play. He fancied himself a bit there, Daniel McKee, to kick that, but just offline. Big Howard kicks a ball in towards the centre of the ground. It was a good kick and a good mark there taken by Shane McComb. Hurt himself when he went down there, but no, he's up, he's okay. He's given a hand pass off there towards Adam Parrott, I think that is, onto his left foot, down towards the half-forward line. Mendy there couldn't, lost a bit of ground there. Knocked over by Scarter Maglia. He gets it to Geddes. Geddes can't get a hand pass away. Ball's on the ground, a big pack of players for him. And the umpire will come in, umpire not Brendan McKenna, it's
Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller, and he will bounce it on the point of the diamond there. Shane Batty in there for Parkdale. Geddes will do the ruck work. Oh, he was double teamed by Deckett, and Geddes in there is Simon Moore. Can't get the ball, tries to paddle it towards Bernie Kalua. He jumps on the ball, gets a hand pass over towards Dom Scarter Maglia onto the left foot, and towards Andrew Sharp. He can't take hold of the ball. Leading in the race was Danny Spencer there. No, it wasn't. It was David Jensen for Parkdale, and the ball is forced over the line and out of bounds. 56 plays 20, and we're at the coming up to the 9-minute mark of this third quarter. Nicol and Deckett to do battle. Held there, I thought, was Nicol, and Stuart Nicol will take the free kick. And he goes for the short, or touched off the boot. Matty Hard butters up there nicely for Noble Park, gives a hand pass out to Chad McIver. McIver dodges around one player, in towards the forward pocket in the McKee area. He was in front but couldn't take the mark. Oh, I thought he was held there, but it might have been a bit each way or two with him and Steve Walton. So the ball out of bounds, the safety of the boundary line there, and the ball will be thrown back in halfway, or half-forward flank for Noble Park, right in front of the grandstand there. Arnett, over the top there, I think was the Parkdale player there. McIver in front, can't get hold of the ball. Nicol shepherded off there for Nigel Scott. Scott turns around, a little pass over towards Chad McIver. That gets a kick up towards Adam Robertson, and he's miles out from goal. He might have a shot in there. Directs it straight across the other side of the ground in the direction of Steve Arnett, and they're going to attack from the other half-forward flank out of side. Gets a kick over towards Andrew Sharp. Sharp takes a mark on the 50-metre line and will go back. He'll look for a short. Gets a lead there from Nathan Hill, but decides to go long. Oh, it's a big kick. Beautiful kick from Sharp. Right in the teeth of the 10-yard square, and the ball is still in play. Oh, hand pass. Oh, was he out of bounds? He was, and Matty Hard was sailing in towards goal, but the umpire blew the whistle, and the ball will be thrown back in right alongside the point post for Noble Park. 56 plays 20. Ball to be thrown back in. Johnson and Arnett will do the ruck work. Comes out the back door towards Spencer. Spencer gets a hand pass to McAllen. Goes back to O'Brien. O'Brien over the top in the direction of Spencer. He gives it, or tried to give it back to Owen. He was caught there. Good work from McGarrigle. Gets a hand pass to Adam Robertson. He lets fly with a big left footer right into the pocket, and I think there's a free kick down the ground, or is he going to bring it back?
He's bringing it back.
He's bringing it back. I didn't see what happened there. The ball had been kicked, just been kicked up by Adam Robertson, but
got hit after he kicked the ball, so and I think the ball may have gone out of bounds, so that's why they brought it back. Robinson again, he's still a chance again here. We didn't write him off last time, and with 50, probably a little bit further out. I can put it at the top of the goal square.
There it goes. Oh, beautiful kick. It'll just offline there. In there was Daniel McKee's taken a spectacular mark, has he?
No, it was out in the full.
Out in the full. So Stevie Walton will take the free kick. Right on the point post.
It was a great mark. Great, he got his hands up. Got up very high for that, but that's what he does a bit too often, I think. McKee wants to go for the big mark all the time.
Tries to go for the big mark all the time, but Stevie Walton brings the ball back into play for Parkdale. It goes down towards in the direction of Reese over the top. Nicol couldn't mark the ball. Spills down to the front of the pack. Hard roving the pack beautifully. Gets a short one in towards Steve Arnett. Couldn't take the mark, and there was good pressure there from his opponent. Can't quite pick that player's number up there for Parkdale.
Looks like Paul Johnson.
Paul Johnson. Yeah, it is Paul Johnson, number 10 there. As he throws, he'll do the ruck work against Arnett. Hale was in there, goes over the top of the pack. Scott in there for Noble Park, but couldn't get hold of it. Robinson in there, battling along with Nigel Scott there, and on the bottom of the pack was the captain of Noble Park, Chris Hale.
8-8-56 Noble Park, 2-8-20 Parkdale. They still trail by 6 goals, kicking with the breeze in this third term. Up they go. Comes down to the ground. O'Brien tries to force his way through. Gets a hand pass out. Parkdale working hard to get it out of defence. Players throwing themselves in there, and it's going to be another ball up across the half-forward line for Noble Park. They actually went about another 5 metres closer to goal there.
Noble Park wouldn't worry about this. It's up in their forward line. Valuable time going off the clock all the time here. Parkdale haven't made any impact on this game at all.
No, they need goals, and they need them quickly with this breeze to get themselves back into the game. There's the bounce. Awkward one. O'Brien thumps it away again. It's like volleyball at the moment. McComb thumps it on. Reese takes it for Noble Park. Kicks high up into the goal square. Over the back was a few high flyers there. Comes down to that Andrew Sharp. He couldn't take it. Matty Hard gets it, slams it onto his boot. But in the meantime, the whistle's gone, and it's a Parkdale free kick.
Going to Paul Johnson, a free kick. I couldn't see what it was for in there. Big pack of players. It could have been anything, but Paul Johnson for Parkdale's got the ball. They're going to have to really want to come out here and score goal.
Paul Johnson, the bandaged hand, plays on immediately over to Steve Walton. Walton comes inboard now, looking down there for Julian Seabrand and finds him a couple of metres ahead of Peter Reese. Seabrand now for Parkdale, kicking the ball in towards the centre. They need some momentum up on this forward line. Geddes nudges Mindy out, but can't take the mark. Comes down to Simon Morwood, just chips it over, and Bernie Kluwer takes the mark for Noble Park. Kluwer now out towards the centre wing where Robertson's got a paddock in front of him. Grabs it now, runs the full distance, looking down there for Matty Hard, and finds him as he marks just in front of Tony O'Brien.
He's continued on from his first half, Matty Hard. He's got a lot of the ball again this quarter. They just haven't got anyone pick him up. I think he may be Tony O'Brien's man. They're both roving and they're giving each other a lot of space, but Matty's been destroying him.
There's the kick by Hard. This will hurt Parkdale if it's another goal, but it's not. It's off hands of the pack and through for another behind. Noble Park move along now to 8-9. 57. leading Parkdale 2-8-20. And as David Cloak just mentioned, just having the play up this half of the ground is exactly what Noble Park wants. There's the kick out by Lawrenson. Cameron takes the mark, feeds a hand pass over to O'Brien. O'Brien over to the running Shane McComb. McComb in towards David Syme. That was Mark Ryan, sorry, kicked that down towards Syme, but it spills out. Parkdale, Noble coming out in defence through Mendy, over to Reese. Reese onto the right foot. Looking up here for Stuart Nicol. Nathan Hill's got it for Noble Park. Borks, does it nicely. Puts it out in front of McKee, but it's in fact too far away from McKee and bounces over the line and out of bounds.
Still again, it wouldn't worry Noble Park. It's up deep in their forward line again, so that doesn't really worry him. It's out of bounds. Still the clock's ticking away all the time.
Mark Ryan on the ground for Parkdale.
Robertson out there on his own is not a player within 10 yards of him. I don't know who's mining him, but he's been doing a bit of damage as the ball comes in towards Chris Hale. Out of the throw-in, he has a shot for goal, but that's why he plays normally on the half-back line. He's put it through for a
going
point.
onto his wrong foot, kicking into the wind. It was always going to be a hard shot, but they're still just outscoring him again. They've outscored him again this quarter into the wind. They've just had the ball in their forward line for most of this quarter. They've got no chance of kicking goals, Parkdale, if they can't get the ball into their forward line.
Howard Lawrenson to bring the ball back into play. And we're coming up to 16 minutes into this third quarter. Ball in towards centre half forward, in towards Nicol and Deckett. Deckett takes a mark in front of his opponent on that time. Goes for a kick over the top in the direction of Simon Moore and Spencer, is it? Spencer rushing with the ball, but Bernie Kalua comes across that half-back line there and forces the ball over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in.
It's on the half-forward line for Parkdale. Badly needing goals to get back into this grand final in their quest for back-to-back flags. Waiting for the throw-in, jostling for position there. Geddes and Nicol. Nobody wins it. Mendy have ended up getting more hands on it than anybody. And will be forced over the line and out about 10 metres further around for another throw-in. Slowly working its way towards the Parkdale forward line. Geddes and Nicol again. Nobody wins it, goes over both their heads, taken by Dale Cameron, gets a big hand pass out, hoping for that somebody's there. McIver's there for Noble Park, takes it, gets a hand pass over to Shane Morwood. Shane Morwood's kick over the line and out of bounds on the full.
Didn't the wind pick that up, Daryl?
Certainly did. So it'll be Parkdale taking the free kick right here in the centre wing. As soon as they get the ball back, that's Mark Ryan. Will take it for the two Blues. Chris Hale standing the mark.
He went close to him.
Ryan goes in towards centre half forward. Geddes flies high. Over the back it goes. Mendy's got it. O'Brien's got it now off him. McIver tackles O'Brien. The whistle's gone. And it's going to be another ball up.
Noble Park's tackling's been great today, fellas, and they've really put pressure on, caught the man with the ball on a number of occasions and really put a lot of pressure on him.
There's the bounce. Nicol and Deckett. Deckett wins it, but sharked by Kluwer. Kluwer out towards the centre wing. Bounces past Chris Hale and goes over the line and out of bounds just ahead of Adam Parrott of Parkdale. Right on the true centre wing position. Directly under our commentary position. It'll be Deckett and Nicol doing battle this time. Jostling for position. Nicol gets it, but it doesn't go anywhere in particular. Comes out to where Deckett, it was an attempt at a hand pass. Kluwer is in over the top. And I think as he paid a free kick here, he has. It'll go to Bernie Kluwer. It's going to be 50 metres too. I don't know what was said. It'll be 50 metres.
It's undisciplined play.
I think Deckett has said something to umpire Miller there.
It's giving him a decent 50. Wouldn't mind buying a block of land off him.
And it's Bernie Kluwer now. Gone onto the half-forward line with that 50-metre penalty. Putting Noble deep into attack against this breeze. There's the kick. Falls right in towards the goal square. High flies wanted. Nobody could mark it. Comes down to O'Brien. O'Brien gets a hand pass over to Walton. Walton takes it and feeds it off out here looking for McComb. Bounces past him. Batsloff's in after it. Chance here for Shane Morwood. Ball on the deck. Tripping in was Kluwer. Gets it over to Scott. Scott chips it back. Nobody can take it. It's under a pack of players. They're trying to get it out, but it's going to end up in yet another ball up virtually in the centre of the ground once again.
Parkdale made a bit of a change, put Batsloff into the ruck. He's just wasted standing there at full forward, and Deckett's gone down to the forward line at the moment, just to try and change the flow of play a bit.
Ball knocked out there by Stuart Nicol. It's right in the centre of the ground. On the bottom of the pack there was Chris Hale, but it's forced out towards Peter Roos. He's tackled there by his Parkdale opponent, and a pack of players form. Mick Owen's in there for Parkdale, as is Dale Cameron, and the ball will be bounced by umpire Brendan McKenna. Right on in the centre of the ground. Oh, it's a bad bounce. It favours Parkdale there. Gets a hand pass over towards, see who that was. Baldry in towards Martin Mendy there and his opponent. Mendy over the top of the ball, caught one a bit high and will take the free kick. That was against Peter Geddes there, I think. Mendy gets a free kick and kicks it out in the direction of Simon Moore. It only went about 25 metres, but it slowed up play. And as David said before, it's using valuable time kicking into this breeze. Simon Moore kicks it right down in front of us here in the commentary position. McIver couldn't control the ball, and we see the ball over the line and out of bounds. About just on the centre wing position in front of the commentary position here. We'll see Deckett and Nickel do battle in the ruck here. We're coming up to 20 and a half minutes into this third quarter. Noble Park 58 leading Parkdale 20. Nickel in the ruck, in the front position, but Deckett got the ball, then it goes to O'Brien. O'Brien gets a kick down towards the half-forward line. Mendy in the box, so he couldn't take the mark. It's taken there by Geddes, is it? And he's paid the mark, actually. And Peter Geddes will kick. Oh, he's gone for a short in towards his teammate there in Deckett. And Deckett's outmarked Peter Roos there, and he'd be 25 metres out, directly in front, lining up for Parkdale's third goal. Very smart play there from Peter Geddes. Took the mark, wasted no time, didn't let the Noble Park players settle back on their men, and he kicked it in towards Deckett. He lines them up. He comes in. Oh, the umpire's run a long way, but I think he's put it through, has he? No, he's missed it. Gee, that's a terrible miss from 25 yards out. Nothing running their way at the moment.
They've missed two this quarter now from set shots from that, and it just shows lack of confidence, pressure, just put on them by the scoreboard.
This is Rod Nelson bringing the ball back into play for Noble Park, right out to this half-back flank. Reese Blyes can't mark it, comes down to Mendy, gets a hand pass over here, looking for Nickel. Hale's there, kicked along the ground by Nickel. Parkdale in after in numbers here through Adam Parrott, picks it up nicely, gets around Hale, puts it onto the left foot, looking up there for Dean Edwards. Not there, Martin Mendy can't get it out. And once again, players dive on the ball, and it's going to be another ball up. Nearly into time on in this third quarter, and Parkdale have not made any impression at all on the scoreboard with the breeze. And there's the bounce, knocked away by Nickel. Comes out here to Batsloff. Batsloff gets a hand pass over to Julian Seabrand. Seabrand hooks it back in there, hoping for a Parkdale mark. Kicked off the ground by Nelson. Taken by Reese. No 10, says the umpire. Reese kicks it in towards the centre half-back position. Underneath was Simon Morwood. Shane Morwood comes across. Scott Baldry in there, but Simon Morwood comes out with it for Noble Park. He's kicked it out to the half-back flank. There's not a soul there for Noble Park. And that's David Syme leading in the race for the ball. Picks it up. Gets a little left-foot kick, but straight to Noble Park through the agency of Bernie Cluer. Cluer up towards the centre wing position. Clean bowls, a few of them. Finally, it's Parkdale streaming across that half-back line now, kicking in towards the centre. Over the back was Robertson. Here's the opportunity now for Adam Parrott to take it. Messing around a little bit. Finally puts it onto the right foot, looking down there for Seabrand and finds him on the half-forward flank.
Chris Hale off for Noble Park, and Timmy Martin onto the ground as Seabrand comes in. He directs it in towards centre half-forward. Over towards Geddes there. Big pack of players, and Deckett. Deckett takes a very, very strong mark in a pack of players, and he was just too tall for him on that occasion, and he'll line him up from he'll kick from 40, 45 metres out. In he comes. Puts the ball, he took it very easily. I don't know what he's done there. I think the crowd like it, and he's put it through for their third goal.
Today's action is proudly brought to you by Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services. Telephone 97950188 for all your mechanical needs. Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services, proud supporters of 88.3 Southern FM.
Noble Park 8-10-58, lead Parkdale 3-9-27 into time on in this third quarter now. A very badly needed goal for Parkdale, be an understatement. The bounce of the ball favours Matt Hard. He takes it for Noble Park. He's gone down too after he's kicked that ball. Ball up here in between centre wing and half forward, taken by O'Brien, and Matty Hard's in trouble. He's coming off the ground. Here's a chance now for Owen of Parkdale. Delivers it over to Danny Spencer. Spencer running through the half-forward line will bomb away at goal, and it looks like it's going to be all right, but it's marked in the very last line of defence, I feel, by Rod Nelson.
No, it's not. It's a goal.
It's a goal.
And Matty Hart's been carried off in front of us right at the moment.
He came into the game with a suspect ankle too.
He will be a loss.
Well, that was an important goal by Danny Spencer. Parkdale's fourth. They moved to 4-9-33 to Noble Park's 8-10-58. They're not out of it yet.
Another change. We've got Thornton coming on. Who's that going off, Darryl?
David Syme just making his way off.
It's an interesting change. The player wasn't even off. The other one was about 20 metres on.
Coming back now a bit, Parkdale. Was the ball back in the centre. Nicol doing the ruck work, but it was knocked out there by Decker. Goes over to Nicol, gets a kick away, but it's smothered by Parkdale. O'Brien's in there, gets a hand pass towards Seabrand. He can't pick it up. Kalua's in there for Noble Park. Simon Morewood's there as well. He'll force the ball along the ground, and we'll see it go over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. And we're just coming up to 30 seconds into time on. 25 and a half minutes. 58 plays 33.
Parkdale, they got a little bit more desperate now. They got a couple of goals. Just a little bit of a sniff, I think they may have, and they know the rest of this quarter is really going to be important for them.
Nicol in the ruck, gets a knockdown, but it goes in the direction of Baldry. Can't get it away. He's tackled by Bernie Kalua, and umpire Fisher says it's my ball, and we'll ball it up. Half-forward flank for Parkdale. Wind very swirly here at the Springvale Oval today as umpire Fisher bounces the ball. Nicol in the ruck with Deckett, knocked away by O'Brien there. Morewood knocks the ball further afield. It goes to Mick Owen. He loves these. He comes in, Mick Owen, sets sail for goal, but he's wrong side of the post, and that's a very costly miss. They've missed 2 or 3 easy opportunities this quarter that would have really put them back in this game. 1 goal 2 to Mick Owen for this game. So we're just coming up 26 and a half minutes into this third quarter as Rod Nelson prepares to bring the ball back into play. Nelson brings the ball back over to the wing side of the ground,
where Nicol knocks it away, and it goes over the line and out of bounds. On the half-forward flank for Parkdale. You trail by 24 points. Another quick goal or two before three-quarter time would make it very interesting. Nicol wins the tap, gets to Robinson. He can't take it. Owen's in after it again for Parkdale. Goes to soccer off the ground. O'Brien's got it now. He's been a good player for them today. But his hand pass goes astray. It's taken by Morewood. Morewood's clobbered as he kicked it, and it'll be a free kick downfield.
Mick Owen done a couple of undisciplined things. They were in the box seat because the ball went out of bounds on the full then.
Crazy. Well, it's Nicol has the ball. Stuart Nicol for Noble Park. And bring it round this outer side of the ground. Goes in short. Oh, goes in short and finds McGarrigle. Obie O'Brien lets him know he's there. Garrigle now for Noble Park. Little drop punt up towards the half-forward line for them. Well, just a bit over centre wing, actually. Nobody can take it out. Taken there by Jensen. Play on, says umpire McKenna. Jensen takes a bounce, runs through the centre of the ground, over towards Owen. Oh, nicely done by Shane Moore. Just taps it away at the vital moment. Gets it over to Robinson. Coming through now is McGarrigle. He taps it on looking for Dale Harris. Harris, a quick hand pass out to Kluwer. Bernie Kluwer now looking down there for Chad McIver. Oh. And McIver takes a diving slips catch and holds the mark. McIver on the other wing now. The ball went very quickly across to the other side of the ground. Comes in down towards Nathan Hill and Howard Lawrenson over both their heads. McKee tries to trap it. They dive on the ball down there in the forward pocket for Noble Park. That is going to be a ball up.
It was a great save before by Shane Moore. It's got over the top to Mick Owen, and I reckon Mick might have kicked the goal there, but Shane just got the hand up and got the ball going their direction.
Great work. They go, and the ball stumped over the line and out by the ruckman for another throw-in. It's about 15 metres around from the Noble Park goal, kicking against the breeze in this quarter.
Can't be much more time in this quarter. We haven't had a lot of goals scored. I know there's been a lot of ball-ups and throw-ins, but can't be that much more time.
Just on 29 minutes of this third quarter gone as Daniel McKee's in there for Noble Park, and can't get it out, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. Like Stevie Walton, is that on the bottom of the pack there? Yes. As umpire Brendan McKenna comes in to bounce the ball, he throws it up. It'd be 30 odd metres out from goal, but the siren's gone for three-quarter time.
With the scoreboard showing Noble Park 8:10:58, leading Parkdale 4:10:34. We'll take a short break and be back for the last quarter. All set to go now for the start of this vital last quarter. Last quarter of the season, there's the siren. Umpire Miller holds the ball aloft. Waiting now, and there she goes. Geddes up in ruck. Nobody gets a clear tap down. Taken away there by, looked like Cameron. Over to Owen. Mick Owen for Parkdale, drives the ball down towards the half-forward line. Edwards couldn't take the mark. Mendy comes out with it for Noble Park, gets it over to Shane Morwood. Shane Morwood, one of those little professional kicks towards the boundary line, and it goes over and out on the half-back flank for Noble Park.
That's well and truly kicking for touch.
Bit of experience showing there.
And they've got it down to a fine art, players these days.
There's a ball thrown in by the boundary umpire. We'll see Nicol and Peter Geddes do the ruck work. Nicol got the knockout, but it goes down to Batty. Batty gets it across to Geddes. Geddes gets a hand pass out to Mick Owen. He comes back onto his left foot, but gets a hand pass over towards Batty. Batty gives a hand pass over towards Spencer, I think. Baldry. Baldry gives it over to Mick Owen. He lines him up 35 out, and he's put through their fifth goal. And that's a very handy goal for Parkdale. And that's number 2 for Mick Owen, and that came within the first minute of a minute and a half of play in this final quarter. And that'll lift their spirits a bit, Parkdale, and it might have the Noble boys just wondering what's going on. They don't want to panic at this stage, but it'll be very interesting to see what happens in the next couple of minutes.
8:10:58 plays, 5:10:40, only 18 points in it.
You've got to tighten up with Mick Owen. He's had 3 possessions already this quarter. That goal and a couple of quick handballs.
They go in the centre, nobody can get the ball out. Kicked off the ground there by Parkdale, but not very far. Another kick off the ground, doesn't go 10. Chance now for, this looks like Dale Cameron for Parkdale. Feeds it inboard looking for Seabrand. The ball bounces off his chest, taken by Kluwer. Kluwer, a hand pass over to Reese. Reese, a big kick out towards the open spaces of the half-forward flank for Noble Park. In after it's Andrew Sharp. He takes it on the bounce, hooks it back, but it's Howard Lawrenson in the way for Parkdale. Lawrenson plays on now, loping around that half-back flank towards the centre wing. And there's a Parkdale mark out there to Spencer. Spencer plays on immediately. Gets a hand pass over there looking for Parrott. Opportunity now for Reese to hold things up. Takes the ball, can't get a good kick. In after it now is Jensen. Jensen takes it for the 2 Blues, but his kick's marked by Martin Honest Mendy on the half-back flank for Noble Park. Steadies things down as he kicks in towards Reese. Reese onto the right foot. No one at home at all for Parkdale. Cameron drops the mark, but he's got plenty of time. He's all on his own. Recovers. Puts the foot onto the ball onto his right foot. Looking up there for a big mark. Geddes jumps over the back. Nobody can take it. Morwood comes through for Noble Park. Finally gets his left foot to the ball. Tapped away there by Sharp. He's in after it again. Opportunity here for Parkdale to get the ball out, but it's over the line and out of bounds. It's on the half-forward flank for Noble Park, just in front of the scoreboard, which shows them leading by 18 points.
Ball to be thrown back in, right in front of the scoreboard. Half-forward flank for Noble Park. We'll see Arnett and Johnson do the ruck work. Arnett in the front position, gets it over the back towards Nigel Scott. Couldn't get a kick away there. It's picked up there by number 51 is Batty. Gets a kick towards Mick Owen, I think that was. In towards Geddes. Oh, yes, he does take the mark. He gets around his opponent. He's on the wing. Drives it in towards the half-forward flank. Seabrand in there takes a mark, and they've got a bit of run on Parkdale. Big Kane Batsloff in the square on his own, in the centre forward position on his own, but couldn't take the mark. It's forced out. Play on's a call. Oh, the crowd going berserk here, wanting some free kicks given, but the umpire, Brendan McKenna, says, give it to me, boys. I'll ball it up at centre half forward. Sharp off and Chris Hale on for Noble Park. We're coming up to 4 minutes into this final quarter as Brendan McKenna puts the ball down. Nicol in the ruck, gets a knock down towards Reese. He can't control the ball. In there was McGarrigle, couldn't get the ball away. Nigel Scott's in there, gets a hand pass out in the direction of Sharp. Sharp over the top to Chris Hale, who's just come on the ground. He's on the wing position. A big kick down towards centre half forward in the direction of Chatty McIver. Couldn't take the mark. Play on's a call. Picked up by 47 there, that's Ryan. He gets over to Howard Lawrenson. Lawrenson not sure which way to go, gets a hand pass over the top, goes straight to Arnett. Arnett gets a hand pass back to Nathan Hill. It beats him. Kicked off the ground by Lawrenson. It falls into the arms of Chatty McIver. He sets sail for goal. He gets it into McKay.
Oh.
Couldn't take the mark, McKee. It comes out of the back there through Stevie Walton. Walton gives it across to Spencer. Down towards Batsloff there. Couldn't take the mark. It's play on's a call. Nelson gets the ball for Noble Park. Can't get the ball away. Owen's in there. And so is Shane Moore. Shane Moore jumps on top of the ball, and it's fast and furious in this final quarter, Darryl.
It certainly is.
Yeah, the tempo's picked up a little bit now. Parkdale know that they've just got to keep going. They're doing what their coach said, they're playing at all costs. Noble Park panicked there for a little bit and just trying to collect a few things back now.
Parkdale certainly putting Noble under plenty of pressure. It's not just a matter of going through the motions with this wind, that's for sure. Ball knocked down there, nobody can take it. Finally it's Mick Owen, feeds a hand pass out. That's over in the direction of Batty. Batty swings around onto the right foot for Parkdale. It's right into the goal square. It could be a Parkdale mark. No, it's off hands, and Peter Reese, the Noble Park coach, runs it through, and he's gone over the fence. Let's hope he's all right. Yes, he is. He hops back over.
It was either go over it or go through it. Darryl, he had a bit of momentum up there.
And I reckon I've got a big enough nose to say it's all happening.
There's a ball to be brought back into play by the fullback, Rod Nelson. He goes short, straight down the centre of the ground. That's a bad mistake from Parkdale because Bernie Kalua has got the mark. He runs through the centre in the direction of McIver. McIver takes the ball. A hand pass over towards Hale. It's knocked forward by Parkdale. Goes towards Simon Maud. Over to his brother Shane. A hand pass to Dale Harris. He lets fly from 45, but it's ball smothered. It comes in towards Steve Arnett. They're chasing hard there over the top. There is Harris. He hand passes it back. He's got a kick over the shoulder. I couldn't quite see that, Darryl, what was going on there, but...
Bit of a silly one, just a bit too high after he knocked the ball over the shoulder.
And young Dale Harris has got the kick. He'd be 50 metres out from goal, and he's on the half-forward flank, and he's got a kick for that left-hand goal post. Dale Harris comes in. Oh, it's a bad kick
the
too.
wind grabbed it.
Did grab it, and it's just snuck in for a point. So that's a point to young Dale Harris there, and that gives Noble Park a 3-goal lead, and it's 5-11-41. Parkdale trailing Noble Park 8-11-59.
And that's on the Cheltenham News Agency and Mulgrave Tyre Mechanical Services scoreboard, John.
Say that again, Darryl?
No.
We're waiting for the ball to come back into play. Howard Lawrenson, plenty of moves there. We see Thornton coming down there. Now Howard Lawrenson's run off. He's kicked the ball to himself. McKee, he gets a hand pass. It's a bad hand pass. It finished up with his teammate. And he kicks it in towards the centre of the ground. Oh, intercepted there by Shane Ward. And a bit of experience showing there through in front of Mick Owen. He goes for the short over towards Steve Arnett. Now Steve Arnett would be, he'd be a good 65 metres out. He's right in front. He's a long way out. Goes for the short in towards Simon Maud, and Simon Maud takes a mark on the 50-metre line. So they're just chipping it around at the moment, Noble.
Jensen off, O'Brien back on for Parkdale.
Okay, and that's what David said before, that they need those running players. But Simon Maud will line it up from, he'll kick from 50. He's on a slight angle, but he comes in. That's a good kick in towards the goals there. Oh, the post. So that was a very good effort. That ball swung around, and it seems, I don't know what it is, Darryl, the ball seems to swing really late. It's like a Bob Massey in-swinger.
Yeah, you've got to sort of allow for it, and then the wind just grabs it as Lawrenson brings the ball back into play. And the scoreboard side of the ground, and Shane Norwood just soars and takes a good grab.
Yeah, he's really playing well now. His experience, he's taken good marks in this quarter. His game's got better as the game's gone on as well, and his experience here, look, just hanging on to it, putting it across to Peter Reese, and this is bread and butter stuff there for Reese.
That's a big goal.
That's a huge
Morwood just chipped it across to Peter Reese, who was on his own. Peter Reese had all the time in the world to just walk in and go bang. It went about 55 metres right through the centre of the goals for Noble Park. And they move along now to 9-12-66, leading Parkdale 5-11-41, and that's going to hurt Parkdale a lot.
Yes, it will hurt Parkdale, and that's something they didn't. It was silly. They left him unmarked, and he was only 15-20 metres away, and I think they all thought the Parkdale defence that Morwood would go back and have his kick there, but he chipped it over to Reese, and Reese run into the goal and put it straight through. Now the big knockout there goes by Geddes. It gets punched further afield. Bernie Kalua in there for Noble Park. He picks it up, gets a hand pass over to Shane Morwood. He's up the other end of the ground. He goes for touch again.
He's going to hit touch again. Yeah.
He's not
That's
bad at
twice
that, is
this
he?
quarter. He's playing as a loose man across the back line, and you can't leave Shane Morwood running loose around the back line. He'll just mop up everything and just keep pushing the ball forward. It's a bad move.
Ball thrown back into play. We'll see Nicol and Geddes do the ruck work. Nicol in the front position, but Geddes got the knockout. It went to Bernie Kalua. He gets a right foot kick down towards the wing position. It goes over towards Timmy Martin. He punches the ball further afield, and the ball will go out of bounds on the half-forward line for Noble Park to be thrown in. We're coming up towards just under the 10-minute mark of this final quarter, and Noble Park are leading by 25 points. It's 9-12-66 to 5-11-41, and the ball thrown in wing position. Arnett in there, but they Kalua got the ball from the knockdown. It goes towards Batty. Batty's had one bounce. He's running. He's going to switch plays. Caught there by Nigel Scott, but he gets his kick up towards centre forward. The ball pulls up in the wind. Nicol gets a knockdown. Goes to Mendy. Mendy with a big hand pass out in the direction of McIver. McIver dummies around the player. Oh, it's stolen there by number 41 is Dale Cameron. Then a good shepherd there from O'Brien lets Cameron get his kick to the full forward position. And a good mark there taken by Syme. Now David Syme would only be 20 to 25 metres out directly in front, and he should put this one through.
I don't think he's kicked a goal for them today yet either, Syme.
No, he hasn't. I think he's got 1 point, Daryl. I've got him down for, and David Syme will come in and kick. He'll probably kick from 25, 30 out.
He needs to kick it.
Left footer. Oh, it didn't even make the distance.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad play by Parkdale. Uncontested.
Stewie Nicol took the mark on his own.
Yeah, not even in the contest.
And Nicol goes for a short out towards McGarrigle and Reese. I think David Syme fell for the old 3-card trick. Leave it by Peter Reese. And Reese takes a mark half back line. Chips it over towards Simon Ward. Only went the bare minimum distance. He's going to chip it back to Reese. So they're playing... They're waxing the footy at the moment, and I think they've had 3 kicks and gained 10 metres.
Yeah, they've got to be a bit careful. There's still plenty of time. They don't want to just sort of try and think they're going to close this up, play possession football, because they could come undone. They could become very negative, make a mistake, and Parkdale come in.
Reese has kicked the ball over to Morwood, and Morwood's kicked it down towards Nigel Scott. Now Scott kicks it over towards McIver, takes a mark, doesn't waste any time. All over the top, should have been a free kick to Harris. The ball spills to Martin. A big kick by Martin in towards the goals, but the wind grabbed hold of it. It was kicked too high, and it's through for 1 point to Tim Martin. I thought Dale Harris might have got a free kick then. He was laying all over the top of him, but I think the umpire could have paid the advantage, and Noble had to kick. As the ball's brought back into play by Lawrence, and it falls over the top of the back there, picked up by Nicol. Oh, holding the man, should have been paid the free kick, and Brendan McKenna agrees.
That's a good call, that one.
Stewie Nicol with the ball. He's just short of the wing. Goes for the left footer. In towards McKee, over the top of his head. Ball spills it on the pack. Dale Harris is in there. He goes for the little right footer, and he's put it through. And that was a very, very handy goal to Noble Park. And I think one of the good things about Noble's game today is young Bernie Kalua's mopped up across that half-back line as well too. He's had a lot of kicks, Bernie Kalua, but anyway, the score goes on to 41 Parkdale to 73 Noble Park. And that was a very handy goal there, Daryl.
It certainly was, and gee, we've got to get to another 6 goals to get back in front. Parkdale running right out of time in this grand final. Noble look as if they're about to turn the tables. There's the bounce of the ball in the centre. Goes, no ruckman could get near it. Parkdale trying to force the ball out, but it's held in, and there'll be another ball up. It's right on the edge now of the centre wicket area, on the edge of the mud patch. Umpire McKenna.
Shane Morwood down there on his own, Daryl, as David said before.
Yeah. Pumped away here to Batty. Batty can't get his kick. He's just pulled over at the crucial moment. Nigel Scott trying to get the ball out. He can't do so. Cameron has another shot at kicking it. He can't do so. Fresh air shot by Nicol. Nobody can get their foot to the ball. The tackling's fierce in there. Finally, it's play on as Rowdy Yates comes out of the pack with the ball for Noble Park. Down towards the forward line. Howard Lawrenson comes out in defence for Parkdale. He's met solidly by Hale. Nathan Hill can't get it out. Stacks on the mill, and it's going to be a ball up at centre half forward.
I don't think Howie's too good. He's on his shoulder. his right shoulder.
And he's coming off the field.
That was pretty tough tackle there from, they were running 100 miles an hour at one another, him and Chris Hale, and that hurt. And Howard Lawrenson's coming off the ground. And as Darryl said, he's done that shoulder. As the ball comes down towards Moore, it gets a quick kick away, but it goes to O'Brien. He gets a hand pass out towards Spencer. Spencer has a kick before he's tackled up in the direction of his teammate there, but intercepted by Martin Mendy for Noble Park. He gets it over, they couldn't pick the ball up, Robertson, and stacks on the mill. Umpire Brendan McKenna will come in and ball it up on the edge of the diamond there for Parkdale, half forward flank. And we're just coming up to 14 and a half minutes of this final quarter. In the ruck will be Nickel and Geddes. Geddes got the knockdown that time. It goes towards Seabrand, but chipping in there was Reese. He was tackled there, kicked off the ground there by Noble Park, but it's in the direction of Parkdale here. It's Baldry. He tries to get around McIver. He does so. Gets a quick right foot kick, but straight into the hands of Bernie Kalua. He plays on. A hand pass to McIver. He has one bounce. He's on the wing. He's had two bounces. He goes inboard. It's a scrubby old kick there.
That's a bad kick. That's a bad kick.
He should have stuck it straight up in the air and over the top of their heads and let them run onto the ball. But we see a fine mark taken in defence there for Parkdale. Kicks it in the direction of Bernie Kalua there, but there's too many Noble Park players. Morwood, Shane, chips it up towards Arnett. Didn't take the mark. Comes through to Adam Robertson, onto his left foot. Pings away at goal from 40 out, and guess what? He's put it through, and that's going to make it very, very difficult for Parkdale.
The floodgates are open.
The Cheltenham Authorised News Agency of 322 Charman Road in Cheltenham is proud to be associated with today's coverage. Call in to 322 Charman Road, Cheltenham for all your stationery and Tatsado requirements. Cheltenham Authorised News Agency, proudly supporting 88.3 Southern FM.
And as David Cloak was just about to say, the floodgates have opened.
Ball back in the centre now, knocked away by Nickel. That's Dale Harris streaming through. Right down towards full forward for Noble Park. A big thump away in defence. Ball clean bowls, about four of them. Finally, it's Johnson out after it now for Parkdale. Can't pick it up. In fact, there could be a free kick.
He was against Arnett then.
Yep. Kicking in danger, I think. And Paul Johnson, Jono for Parkdale on the half-back flank. A little short one across to Scott Baldry. Baldry now swings around onto the right foot. It's high in the air.
Oh, good.
Robertson underneath it for Noble Park. Couldn't quite complete the grab. Comes out here to Shane Morwood. A big long hand pass over to McIver. McIver now running through the half-forward line. He'll ping away at goals for Noble Park. Won't quite make the distance, and it's off hands and through for yet another behind.
Bit unlucky then not to get a free kick, Parkdale, because Timmy Martin pushed his opponent straight in the middle of the back there, and it was not seen by the umpire.
Noble Park doing plenty of attacking in the last 3 or 4 minutes. Steve Walton brings the ball back into play for Parkdale. Out here to the non-scoreboard side of the ground, and Dale Cameron takes a good mark. Cameron now bringing the ball back in towards the centre of the ground where O'Brien juggles it. Can't mark it, but he's got control of the footy. Dodges around Morwood. Now gets a hand pass over to Baldry. Baldry, that's Thornton, I think it is. Kicks high up in towards the centre half-forward position. Over the back was Batsloff. Play on, says the umpire.
Good decision.
Oh, he's could have got a free for in the back. He's going crook about it, but the umpire's going to ball it up.
No, it was a good decision by the umpire. Both players had their hands on the ball.
I think for the bounce up at centre half forward for Parkdale. Taken out of the air by Mendy. Tapped on by Nickel. Taken by Scott. Nigel Scott looking out there for Chris Hale. He takes the mark. Handballs it over to Simon Morwood. Noble making plenty of forward moves. Simon Morwood down in towards the forward position. Off McKee's knee. Butters up nicely. Gathers it. Puts it onto the left foot. But it's offline and through for yet another behind to Noble Park. McKee kicked 1 goal, 2 for the day. It takes Noble Park on now to 11-15-81, leading Parkdale 5-11-41, leading by 40 points, and already about 12 minutes, or no, more than that.
We're coming up to the
17.5 minute mark, at least, have gone in this quarter, so it looks like Noble Park's Premiership Cup for 1996. They do it on the even years.
Every even year, Darryl.
Every even year. Walton just taps the ball onto his boot at full-back, takes a run. Now a big kick out towards the half-back flank, and that's a diving mark there to Noble Park through the agency of big Stewie Nickel. Nickel now, right in front of the scoreboard. Noble just taking their time about things now. Time's on their side. He's got plenty in short here. He's got Shane Moore. The ball didn't quite carry to him. Gets a hand pass out over here to Harris, is it? Oh, he'll get caught. Nigel Scott, sorry. Clue has got it. The opportunity now for Noble Park. He's under attention from O'Brien, but he shakes him clear. There's a hand pass out here in the direction of Hale. Gets it back in towards Reese. Reese back to Hale. Hale out to Scott. Parkdale, yes. Parkdale players tackling ferociously and they win a free kick. It'll go back to Dean Edwards back there, is it? Take the free kick for Parkdale, Edgy Edwards. He'll bring the ball towards the centre of the ground, straight to Shane Moorwood. And just tucks the ball under his arm and says, I'm just taking my time here, fellas. Shane Moorwood now, looking down there for Timmy Martin, and he takes a good grab. Oh, could be 50, and it is.
That was silly play.
Well, that doesn't win anyone grand finals, that. 50 metres, it'll put him in the goal square. Adam Parrott ran past him and just knocked the ball out of his hands. Timmy Martin now will line up from point-blank range on the goal line. He's going for Noble Park's 12th goal, and there it is. Noble Park moving along now to 12-15, 87, leading Parkdale 5-11-41.
Today's action is proudly brought to you by Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services. Telephone 97950188 for all your mechanical needs. Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services, proud supporters of 88.3 Southern FM.
To spread the goals around too, Darryl. They've had 9 goal kickers, Noble Park, in today's game, and we see the score at 12-15, 87 Noble Park, leading Parkdale 5-11-41. And we're coming up to the 21-minute mark of this final quarter. And, you know, if it was something that Parkdale didn't want, it was that 50-metre penalty, because it put Timmy Martin right on the goal line, and he's given him an unassailable lead at this stage. So umpire Fisher bounces the ball. No, Nicol will do the ruck this time. Reese is in there for Noble Park, and so is O'Brien. He gets the hand pass out to Batsloff. Batsloff over towards Ryan. Ryan sets sail for goal in the direction of Syme. He chips it back over his shoulder after sharking the ball on the bounce there, and just wasn't quite good enough, and gets it through for 1 point. So we have Rod Nelson. He'll bring the ball back into play. Decides to go along to the outer side of the green. That's a big kick into towards his coach there in Peter Reese. It boots him over the top of the pack there. Spencer was in there for Parkdale, but couldn't keep the ball in play. And the ball is over the line and out of bounds to be thrown in. Centre wing position. Nicol and Geddes. Geddes in the front position, but no one really got the knockout. Goes to Scott. Scott over towards Bruce with a hand pass, and we'll see a free kick down the field. I think there was too much in that one, but the free kick will go to Chris Hale. He doesn't waste any time. He sees the lead from Nathan Hill. Runs into the blue pot there, but the ball beat him. It goes over towards Johnson. Johnson for Parkdale on the half-back flank. It goes off the side of his boot in towards Nicol, and Nicol for Noble Park takes a mark. He's on the point of the square. He'd be a good 65, 70 metres out from goal. He's a big kick, Nicol. He might should put it in the square. Big left footer, and that wind is really gaining some momentum. Oh, up towards Timmy Martin there, couldn't take the mark. The ball swirls over the pack, and will go over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. And I think this coach's box is just about to this commentary box is just about to take off, Darryl.
I tell you, well, Sess has got the C6 pills. It's okay, we'll be right.
Glad Clokey and I are in here. We might hold it down.
That's the only reason it's staying here. I think both of us sitting here.
It's a throw in on the...
We would have gone earlier in the game.
Throw in on the half-forward flank for Noble Park. But once again, they pack it up, and it's going to be a ball up. Umpire having it to Tony O'Brien there.
Parkdale now just going to play it for a little bit of pride and try and play this game out. You know, no way, no, they're going to win it from here. Just try and get a couple of goals on the board. Get a little bit of pride out of it.
As Ryan comes out of the back line with the ball for Parkdale, with Bertie Kluwer cuts it off nicely. Gets a hand pass over there to Harris. Harris with a centering kick in towards centre half forward. Nathan Hill out in front, can't take the mark. Comes over here to Dale Cameron. Cameron feeds a hand pass off there to Danny Spencer. Spencer now over to Baldry, is it, from that...
Troy Thornton.
Troy Thornton, I call him Baldry
can't
every
see that
time.
number every time.
Nah, comes down to Reese, can't take the mark. Scarter Magley has got it. He gets it over to here towards Stuart Nicol, but taken by Geddes. Getty now gets a little kick out here looking for Mick Owen. He slips over, but he's got plenty of time to get back up and chase up after it. But he's being a bit slow about it. Finally gets it, chips it in towards Tony O'Brien, and he has the mark just wide of the centre. Tony O'Brien now in towards Geddes at centre half forward. The ball bounces clear. Coming through was Shane Morwood in defence for Noble Park. A hand pass over towards Mendy. Mendy down towards the half-forward line. Cut off there on that occasion by the Parkdale defence. Comes out to Stevie Walton. Oh, he's dropped the ball. It was Jensen that gave it to him, but Walton finally gets around onto his right foot. Coming across is McIver. He can't quite mark it for Noble Park. Parkdale working hard over there through Batty. Comes out to Thornton again. Kicked off the ground. It's Johnson this time. Kicks it off the ground towards Simon Morwood. He traps it. Can't get it out. Stacks on the mill again. Yes, finally it's a hand pass coming out from Shane Morwood there, but Tony O'Brien takes it for Parkdale. Bryan kicks up towards the half-forward line, where it's seen over the line and out of bounds.
Out of bounds for a throw-in on the half-forward flank there for Parkdale. And we'll see the ball thrown in by the boundary umpire. There's only, just in that time on, 25-minute mark of this final quarter. Noble Park 87 leads Parkdale 42. Nickel got the knockout that time. It goes towards Batty. Batty gets a high kick up into the air, down in the direction of Roos. It beat all players. In there was number 5, that's Parrott. Parrott couldn't take possession of the ball, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. Brendan McKenna, I tell you, it's getting a bit rough up here, boys.
Your flying insurance is paid up.
Getting goal force up here now.
Reese tackles the ball. There's another kick to touch there by Dom Maglia, and the ball will reach the boundary line just now when he's coming up to the 26-minute mark of this final quarter. And I'll be glad when the game's over there.
I just want to get down from this scaffolding.
I see Matty Hard's on his feet by the boundary here, just waiting to join in the celebrations in this last quarter.
As Parrott can't pick the ball up, it's pushed towards the boundary line and taken over by Bernie Clory. He's played a terrific game today, Bernie Clory. He's been in everything.
Very hard to find a bad Noble Park player today. They've all done their bit when it was needed.
Shane Morwood played a good game today.
Yes, to get the best on ground medal, it's going to be very interesting. I think if he went off the ground, Matty Hard, he would have had it, but been off since halfway through the third quarter, so it makes it very hard for him.
Geddes picks up the ball, gets a hand pass to Batsloff. Batsloff over towards Cameron, and Cameron sets sail for goal, but it's pulled up short, and I think it's been rushed through for a behind to Parkdale. So that takes them on to 5-13, 43 to 12-15, 87, and we're coming up to the 27-minute mark of this final quarter. Rod Nelson brings the ball back into play. Beautiful kick down towards Dom Maglia there, and there's a bit
of a dust up here.
Bit of a dust up. Harris is in it again. Dale Harris is in it. He's run out anyway. The play goes on. Martin Mendy kicks down towards Nathan Hill. Nathan and Daniel McKee's in there, but the umpire will come and ball it up.
It's a bit late now. 28-minute mark. Game's well and truly over. It's hard to try to do things like that.
Bit of excitement back here.
He's done something to upset him, Dale Harris, hasn't he?
Must have. Certainly must have. And we've been told by the technical producer the lightest people have to leave first out of the scaffolding too.
Well, me and Clarkie will be last. Chris Hale burst through the pack there for Noble Park. Has a ping for goal. It's right in the goal square. Play on's the call. Daniel McKee can't pick it up, but it's Stevie Walton. Oh, I thought he was tackled. He was tackled when he didn't have the ball, and will take the resultant free kick.
Yes, he'd handballed it away, so it was a reasonable decision. Noble Park, 12-15-87, leading Parkdale 5-13-43, doubling their score.
There's some silly stuff going in now. There's
certainly,
44 points behind, and it's starting to get a bit rough. But
there's not much point being reported.
Dale Harris is coming off the green again. He's got a bit of coming off of the blood rule, I think.
Yes,
and Matty Hard coming back on the ground. Made a remarkable recovery.
He's limping too.
It is a limp. It is a limp coming back on. I think he wanted to get back on.
He wants to be on there when that siren goes.
Yes, well, he deserves it. He helped set up this game.
Steve Walton takes the free kick. He runs around into the half-back flank there.
What was that?
As the The ball's taken there by...
Something's just blown off in the back.
Things going on everywhere here.
And Shane Moore. Shane Moore just about
again. I think he will just about, and probably his last game of football too, I think, today. I think he's will hang the boots up after today, and what a way to go out on a premiership and maybe best on ground.
He certainly played a great game, David.
Yes.
He might go and play Super Rules with his brother.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll put him away and throw him.
Ball in North Melbourne. Noble Park's half forward. I'm a bit worried about this wind up here,
I tell you what,
we might end up in North Melbourne. Blow that far.
It takes your concentration right away. I know that. I tell you.
There's another blood rule.
This is swivel.
Tony O'Brien coming off now, so it's going to make a long quarter. They're going to drag this out on us. I'd rather the quarter finish quickly so we can get out of here.
I think they're doing it on purpose. This is swivelling more than Elvis Presley's hips at his prime.
I reckon.
Tony's in a hurry to get off too. He's walking to the other side of the ground. He's going to walk all the way across.
I reckon there's 10 blokes down below shaking this scaffolding.
Could well be. Noble Park, 44 points in front at the moment. It's Tony O'Brien.
Walking off the
Gutsy
ground.
Rover from Parkdale.
Yeah, he's played a good game.
Comes
He's
off.
battled his heart out all day.
Oh yeah, look, he hasn't been a bad player for him. Don't worry about that.
He always gives 100%, Obi.
As Scott Baldry comes on to replace Tony O'Brien, and the ball will be bounced half-forward line for Noble Park. 87 plays 43. There couldn't be too much longer to go. We're at the 30.5-minute mark as Nigel Scott bursts through the pack. Play on's a call. Can't pick it up now. Tries to get a hand pass out. Chad McIver gets a hand pass over to Simon Ward. Over to his brother Shane. He gets a quick kick in towards Matty Hart. He's on one leg, Matty Hart. Gets a hand pass to Martin Mendy up from the half-back line. What's Martin Mendy done?
Gonna kick a goal.
He'll love that, Martin.
He hasn't kicked too many in his life.
Oh, he'll love that. He pushed all the way down. He got down there. He thought, bugger this, I'm going to get part of this game.
I reckon it's the first goal I've ever seen him kick.
Me too. And he'll be very, very happy as he runs back to his position there on the back line. A goal to Martin Mendy, and that takes Noble Park now on to 13-15-93, leading Parkdale 5-13-43. It's a 50-point lead at this stage.
And you're going to hear about that for about the next 6 weeks, I'd say.
Up they go in the centre again. Knocked out here, coming out towards Adam Parrott. Takes it, gets a hand pass over, looking there for Dale Cameron, finds him. Cameron drives the ball in towards the forward pocket for Parkdale. Nobody can take the mark. Oh, good play there on that occasion by Scott Baldry. He swings around, runs in towards goal. I think he might have... No.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. He's put it through. Baldry goals for Parkdale, but it's all too late for the Seagulls. It's their 6th goal for the day. Baldry's first. They move along now to 6-13-49, trailing Noble Park 13-15-93. A very quick reply there to Parkdale, but it's all over bar the shouting, folks.
Just came onto the ground. Scott Baldry replaced Tony O'Brien under the blood rule and snuck up to the forward line there, and he's kicked Parkdale's 6th goal. Umpire Brendan McKenna will come in and bounce the ball.
Only a matter of time now. Only just minutes ago, seconds in it.
There it is. The siren has gone. Noble Park are premiers for the Southern Footy League for 1996. They've run out clear winners, 13-15-93, defeating Parkdale 6-13-49. 13-15-93 to 6-13-49. It's 44-point winners, Noble Park, and well, you couldn't say they didn't deserve it. They were the better side all day today, and they've got a premiership flag. Peter Rees coaching a premiership side in his first year at coaching, and a gutsy effort by Parkdale. They did a great job slipping into second place in the last home and away game, winning the second semi and really taking it up to Noble, but Noble too good on the day today.
Yeah, I think, Darryl, they set the game up in the first half. Parkdale kicking with the wind in the first quarter, well, to 1-6. The second quarter they could only manage 1 point, whereas Noble with the wind kicked 4 goals for it. From half-time it made it very difficult for them. They were 6 in front at half-time. Parkdale came back and kicked 3 in that third quarter and held Noble to a goal, but they were 4 goals behind at three-quarter time, and they had to kick the first 2 or 3 to be any chance. And I think Noble had their tails up at three-quarter time, and as David said, once they kicked a couple, the floodgates open, and that's exactly how it finished up.
Noble Park, or Parkdale got the first goal of that last quarter and gave himself half a chance, but they just weren't able to go on to it. Shane Morwood, playing as a loose man, you just can't afford to give a person of that experience in football running around the back line like the way he did, and just picked up heaps of possessions last quarter. Same with Bernie Clure. You know, I haven't seen a lot of him play, and he's a good little gutsy player, gives everything all the time. Noble Park deserved it. You know, when you look over the season, they're probably the best side all year. They were the yardstick. Every side was trying to match up to them. They lost that second semi-final to Parkdale. Maybe Parkdale exposed themselves a bit early, and Noble regrouped. They got through the preliminary final against St Paul's last week. They did it the hard way, but today, right from the start in that first quarter, they really put a lot of pressure on and kept the score on the board. In the second quarter, that's where they set the game up. They got away to a good lead, and from then on, they'll never look like losing this game at all.
Thank you, David. We'll be back with the wrap-up for the grand final today in just a moment.
Today's grand final coverage is proudly brought to you by Mulgrave Tyre and Mechanical Services. For your complete automotive service, including repairs, services and tunes, motors,